Sitting in the morning at the diner on the corner. I am waiting at the counter for the man to pour the coffee, and he fills it only halfway. And before I even argue, he is looking out the window at somebody coming in. It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them, and instead I pour the milk. I open up the paper, there's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning to the horoscope and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me, and so I raise my head.
Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work.
Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to react to Miami Norm Finkelstein on the show with Hasan Piker, discussing, mainly it'd be about, Gaza and Israel and West Bank and Middle Eastern stuff in general. And we're going to hear some interesting things, I believe. But before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We are in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. And obviously, everything I show you will be linked in that same description box, including this, which is, it's like, there's this thing in politics where I say, or like with personalities in politics, where I'm like, hey guys, anyone can say words out loud when it comes to a slogan or a team to play for. Hey, free Palestine. And in words, I'm like, okay, I get that sentiment, but like, I mean, anyone could just say that and buy your favor with that. Unfortunately, it works too, right? Israel did it. Works nowadays. But how far will that go? What happens when it's not even a person telling you? Just things in words. What happens?
Israel happens.
Something like this. You guys, do you need a friend? Here's your friend.
I'm just struggling.
Do you still think about her?
Yeah.
When was the first time you felt this way?
A few years ago. Just feel like I should have an answer now.
It's okay to be confused.
I don't think so.
It's not bad to be gay.
Oh,
Is it AI telling her?
Holy mid to late 2000s.
Man, I've been really trying to figure out this directing stuff.
And how's that AI therapy?
I've been watching what everybody else has been doing, but mine just feels so small.
Pause.
None of that even matters. That last film you made was insane.
For real?
For real.
For real.
Friend.
Why are we
And
doing
if you think
this?
that's fake, there you go. Friend. Now,
You know, You know what they could do instead of like talking to the AI? Those two people could just talk to themselves, to each other.
Or even themselves, actually, honestly. But apparently this company, they got the gold. Do you like pay more for that? Have like the gold stamp on Twitter?
I think so.
Okay. But I can't wait for my what are they called? The pet. What are they called? Not origami. What's it called? The little like pet things you take care of with a little like mini toy thing on your keychain when you're like a little kid.
Oh, Tamagotchi?
Yeah, one of those. This is the advanced version of that.
I feel old just saying that.
Excuse me, Siri. Yes, follower. I think I'm gay. Well, damn. Well, damn. This is where we're at. There's no fuck. If this takes off, I swear to God, they are going to drop the nukes.
That, Jordan.
They are going to drop the nukes. If this is real, and people like, well, I think it's real, but if people go there, if they go with this shit, they will drop the nukes. I almost guarantee it. Anyway,
imagine telling a machine, an AI machine, whether it's for AI therapy or whatever it is, like, or this in this case something similar. This is a friend, like all your most personal secrets, like to learn. That's kind of think about that.
Well, think about it. It's almost like a kitten, right? You get like a brand new little tiny little kitten, and you hold it up against your chest, and it feels your heartbeat. It's like, oh my God, mother, is that you, mother?
Mommy?
You can now do that with your fucking, what's it called again, Joe?
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi keychain thing.
I'm surprised you don't remember those.
I forgot the name of it, but I remember what it was, right?
Tamagotchi is definitely from your generation.
Yeah, we're better. I know. And yes, the little Tamagotchi animal will take a shit, on your keychain somewhere, and you gotta like clean it up or teach it better. Right? More advanced version, okay? That's all.
Well, this is that video you played.
We had
one
chia
time,
pets.
like the
You had
monkey?
Tamagotchis.
No. We had chia pets too. Stop it.
No, you had chia pets. There is no way.
No, I had that shit too. And also, chia pets
No, you
are
didn't.
fucking plants, by the way. Chia, the fucking plant. Stop it. Get wrecked.
I know it's a plant. I saw the commercials probably at least a few thousand times.
Exactly. At the midday TV commercials in the fucking 90s and early 2000s. After that.
Yeah, shout out to chia pet commercials in between reruns. Tom and Jerry.
Remember that old psychology video where there was like a monkey clinging to a metal mother or something like that? I don't remember the situation, but
Sure, I think. Yeah.
that's Friend, right? That's what we just watched the commercial of.
I mean, it's Joe Rogan and float tanks trying to like recreate the womb. Like, oh my God, my body's like, it's weightless. There's no like light. You can't see anything. But you're like, it's like warm. It's like your body temperature water too. It's like you're trying to be a baby again, or a fucking fetus in your mom's belly again. Got it. That's what you're calling for. Got it. Saying, but whatever. Whatever people's things are, do your thing. It's just I'm gonna call the fucking Tamagotchi neck chain, keychain necklace thing as your helper to come out as gay. I'm gonna call that kind of weird, for me at least. Kind of weird, and not as it's human in the sense of reflecting, right? But like, how does the person using it like look past that they're talking to a little keychain? How do they look past that? That would be hard for me to understand personally. But anyways, that'd be as bad as like a person not listening to you when you're talking to them. And they're just like ignoring your words, not even listening to you. Like, isn't that like kind of fucked up, man? Like the hell, man? I'm spilling my life story to you, and you're not even listening. Like, fuck off.
I know, it's crazy.
Shout out to
I hope
Edley.
it works out for you, Jordan.
Well, the keychain is doing that, but like blatantly, like, yeah, I'm not a person. I'm programmed to like say things you want to hear back to you that you programmed into me in the first place, right? Whatever. Okay, moving on. Speaking of Gen Z dropping nukes, let's move on to Hawaiian, Miami, Norm Finkelstein, and not so Nick Fuentes, Hasan Piker. Let's hear them discuss October 7th and all the stories surrounding it. At first, we'll get to something else as well, but let's start here. Here we go.
When October 7th first happened, the first couple of days, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
Right. The first couple of days, it just looked like a prison breakout.
Yeah.
And they said about 50 people were killed. And, 50 people, that's not even the blink of an eye. So I immediately made my sentiments known that I supported.
I also remember that.
The prison breakout. And I had no qualms about it, no compunction. But then it became clear that something much bigger happened. Something much bigger happened. It's not, it was hard to try to think it through, to figure out, well, where do I stand? Probably on the order of 1,200 people were killed. I would say it's
this is edited. What the fuck?
Pretty clear. About 850 were civilians.
Yeah, I noticed that too. There were some
Those
jump cuts.
850 civilians, as of now, read all the available material, overwhelmingly.
Anyone see what's fucking happening here? It's Norm breathing or going things, right? They're fucking cutting it out.
Yeah, they're because their fucking audience they can't wait that long. They can't wait for the ums and the
that is incredible. Like, look at the way he just jumps from like one word to the next. It's
I see what you mean.
Insane. That's insanity.
Well, there's AI that cuts those things out now, and so it because there's so many of them, right? Like a person going to actually go through it. There's a lot of them.
If you look at the
but it's like if you do that for like a maybe short TikTok things, fine, that's the medium.
Right.
But this is like a long form interview. Like, why did you need to cut out like I don't know. Whatever.
Fuck them. That's why. Because fuck them.
Because fuck them. Because fuck it. Okay.
If you're
well, like, how does he? Okay, so he spoke all of that big intro about how much he respects him, and he's gonna chop up his like, to give him a
Good point.
I guess a video makeover. I don't know.
There's something about reading people and skipping out on cadences that is why would you skip the cadences? Like their own like unique personal cadences. Why are we skipping that? And it's like basically an insult to the audience themselves. Granted, hardcore like I gotta watch the whole long form version is also to me fakery and synthetic as fuck. It shouldn't be forced. It should be like, what do you want to hear? Like, what are you going for? But this right here is like just off rip intuitively, like this is incredibly horrendous. That's horrendous and I can't help but laugh at that. Yeah. They're telling you who you
you're
are.
Gonna see, does he do it to himself too? Is he doing it to Norm? Is he doing like
we
to
know?
himself or
Well, here's the thing, Jesse, is that we know how long-winded Norm Finkelstein is and the way he talks. As a fellow slow talker, I get it. But I think I don't know. I think there's something quite lost.
But then it becomes disrespectful, right?
Well,
unless he asked for that.
Well, I thought there was like a purpose here, but apparently there's not. The purpose is material.
And I don't think
politics.
Norm would even ask for that. Yeah.
No,
like I just don't. Yeah, it's not his.
A person would do it for themselves, right? Like if they don't feel confident in their, like how it comes across, it could help them. But like you don't do it to somebody else.
So fun. Like first thing I notice I want to see about the video is the jump cut, and it's so funny.
And it's the entire time, by the way, the entire time. Sometimes I'm like, wait, there's like stuff missing in between. Like this is weird. Yeah.
It's like if the Palestinians want progress, they should. It's like, come on, guys. Like, hello? All right, whatever. Here we go. If you want to be a dumb fuck, go be a dumb fuck. But this shit is artistically not palatable. It is disgusting.
Elvis Presley.
It's gross.
It's
Exactly.
depressing.
It's gross to look at, honestly. It looks like almost like a meme, like a joke. To jump cut that much like that. But all right, here we go. Let's watch this horrendous shit. Here we go.
Be clear, about 850 were civilians.
Yeah.
And of those 850 civilians, as of now, read all the available material, overwhelmingly were killed by Palestinian militants.
Yeah.
That's a large number. You can't get around that. That's a large number. When South
I
happened
agree.
in 1982, the massacre in Lebanon, the initial numbers that came out, they turned out to be low. The initial numbers that came out were about 800 Palestinians.
Hassan's fighting
slaughtered in
sleep right now by
Sabra and
picking his
Shatila.
nails.
In fact, it was
He's
probably
fighting
closer
sleep.
to 2,000. But even when 800 came out, that was considered a very large number.
Yeah.
And then if you take
the chat's probably like,
when
why is he
Sisi
taking
came
so
to
long?
power,
to
he
point?
committed the massacre,
Which
at
is probably why
Raqqa
they
Square,
edited it down.
The nonviolent protesters, and the estimate by Human Rights
point that out
Watch,
at some point.
about 1,000 were killed, and that's
Lack of attention.
was seen
to
as
things
it was the largest single massacre in Egyptian
They love them,
history.
don't worry, they
So
love
that was seemed a large.
He
number.
cut out like
And
2
now-
hours of his history.
Yeah.
Shit like that is why I hate YouTube Shorts.
It's not. I swear that. Fuck. What was I gonna say? That Norm. Fuck me, dude. Whatever. It's just. It's like I love him. Like I love this guy, but they're also begging for jump cuts, like in real time. Can we just skip reality for a second and just like cut to the words that he's saying? It's like you fucking idiots. Like they don't even know what the
So
fuck
they
they're
don't
doing to
love
their own minds. They don't even fucking realize what's happening. They don't fucking get it. They don't understand that shit at all. Which is why Hasan works for them, unfortunately. But all right, here's
Which means they don't love him. Maybe they love what he's saying, but not what the fuck he's saying.
well, it's a telltale sign of
like the words.
yeah. Well, it's a telltale sign of free Palestine. He said free Palestine. Love him.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's like it's also the accolades of, Norman Finkelstein is the, prominent scholar in Zionism or
Yep.
whatever, since he,
appeals to authority and also just the namesake. Fuck his lectures, right? Fuck his lectures or or speeches, right? Just be like, well, I heard of this guy
it's
and
just
he's
notoriety.
I heard this guy. He said free Palestine. I like him, and thus we'll use his name as like, who are you? Have you ever heard of Norm Finkelstein? Huh? Have you? Like an appeal to something when it's like, you fucking children, you fucking child. Good luck to you. Lazy form of intellectualism. Lazy as fuck. I can't hear ums and ahs when people talk. Lazy. That's not oh my god, our brains are built different in Gen Z 2026, our brains are built different. Nope. You're just fucking lazy. You're just lazy. Not saying you have to hear every fucking word that Norm says and every gasp of air. But I'm just saying, like, I think overall, this might be a fucking trend, not some sort of isolated incident, potentially. Which is why these guys probably try to talk fast. From Nick Fuentes to Hasan Piker to Ben Shapiro. That's probably why they try to talk fast in the first place. Was to hold on to your attention.
I believe it.
Which is like what? They're saying, you're stupid. They're calling you stupid by doing that. As like a tactic, they're calling you dumb. But anyways, we'll go back to the topic. We'll hear out the bad edited Elvis movie. Here we go.
About 1,000 were killed, and was seen as it was the largest single massacre in Egyptian history. So that seemed a large number.
Yeah.
And now I'm faced with about 850 civilians.
Hassan's
killed
fighting sleep right now.
on October
He's
7th.
battling.
And what do you do with it?
He's battling
What
the
do you do
Sandman
with
right
it?
now.
No. Under
he's
normal
1v1ing the Sandman.
circumstances, namely for the last 40 years, I don't say this with pride, I'm just saying it factually. I normally would have consulted Professor Chomsky. I considered his moral judgment, if not impeccable, near impeccable, and I usually defer to his moral judgment. But he wasn't available, and I was sweating.
Now, I've heard that before in regards to the idea of sanctioning or a BDS, right? A BDS in regards to Israel, and that Norman and they were lined up essentially, right? Norman Noam were lined up basically of the idea, and I thought it made some sense, like in words, right? Of like, hey, let's not, because sanctions can fuck up people, right? Regular people can fuck them up. So you know what? We'll target exact people. Not saying that that's going to be effective geopolitically, but the reasoning made some sense to me. Well, it's more so like to not punish
to not punish some random citizen who might not have even done anything.
Well, yeah, the point is not to make it, a downfall of humanity, and more so make it about, hey, these guys are doing something like very wrong. Let's call them out. So it made some sense to me there. Although there was plenty of pushback, and I understood their reasoning too. I got that as well. Like, if you do this, it's not going to work because they'll just work with a guy who works with a guy who works with another guy, and they'll make their money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, it was part of that, and also it's almost like having like an option, right? A healthcare option, a socialized public option. There you go. Versus like straight up full blown Medicare for all, right? That was kind of like the similar arguments, is what I heard. But all right, either way, he's still, I guess, consistent with the ideas I've heard him in yesteryear saying. Here we go. And also, yeah, the Epstein files and Chomsky in there kind of killed.
Yeah,
probably not the right timing for this, Norm. It's like, all right, fuck Chomsky. His ideas, he was saying. Maybe that's where Norm's going, but here we go.
I considered his moral judgment, if not impeccable, near impeccable.
It's not.
And I usually defer to his moral judgment. But he wasn't available. And I was sweating for around a week because I knew a lot of people were going to want to know what I think. And I was torn. I was torn between the fact that I knew, from having spent about the last 20 years, I knew what had been done to the people of Gaza. I knew the details, the horror of what those folks endured. On the other hand, there was a mass slaughter. And what do you do with it? And I thought, I walked the streets trying to figure this out. And it happened that the last book I had written was on wokeness, and I had read a lot about the abolitionists. And I had read, of course, about Nat Turner. So I turned to Nat Turner. The rebellion. I said, you know what? Roughly, it's about the same thing. What the slaves endured was not much different. Gaza from 1948, when it was under Egyptian rule, from 1948, it was repeatedly described as a concentration camp by outside visitors. Even the extreme right wing head of Israel's National Security Council, Giora Eiland, who's still among us. He's one of the advisors. He was one of the advisors during the Gaza genocide. He described in 2004. He described Gaza as a concentration camp. He said it's a huge concentration camp. So now,
I'm sorry, but it feels like they don't even care about what he's saying. I think they, forgive me for this, the audience and Hasan himself care more about this guy's reputation and name than his actual words. That's my guess at this point, and that's very sad to say.
I assume this is just content to him.
Well, it's whatever. It's a feather in his cap. It is what it is, right? Hey, I did this.
I think if he really cared about this, he wouldn't be cutting so much out.
Well, it's not him doing it, probably, right? He has editors and teams and people that make clips on his channel that he's like, okay, go ahead, do that. Because it'll bring more eyes to my shit, right?
I'm sure he has people who do that for him, but by that same token, if this is something he really cared about, it'd be pretty easy to just tell them to not do it this time.
Yeah, or say this looks like shit. Maybe he doesn't watch his own work.
He probably doesn't, actually. That's where I was kind of going. Like, he probably doesn't watch his own shit. But either way, when it comes to the topic itself, it's unfortunate that crimes against humanity get so locked into the world of politics, and they fuck it every time. And it's more so that this guy's here, Norm is here, not for spreading wisdom or ideas or even political ideas and geopolitical ideas, right? It's more so your name is here. And that's what the audience is gathering, and that's what Hasan's going with, most likely. And that's very unfortunate when it comes to people with fucking brains. Very unfortunate.
Comment on this video. I'm gonna ask him why he did that shit.
Let's look like, look smart and fiddle his fucking thumbs as he's trying to not fall asleep. Here we go.
Gaza as a concentration camp. He said it's a huge concentration camp. So now I knew what they had endured. I knew there had been a massacre, a slaughter of significant dimension.
It's not even Hawaiian shirt. It's mom's rug shirt.
I saw Nat Turner rebellion.
This fool's Saudi now?
Analogous. The First Order, kill all white people. And that's what they proceeded to do. They went from house to house, smashed the skulls of women, killed men. Even in this case, they did behead babies. Not on October 7th, but during the Nat Turner rebellion. So now I have the analogy, but then there's a second step. You got the analogy, where do you stand on it? And I thought the right place to look were the abolitionists. They were of sublime moral character. They were courageous, they were consistent, and they were very smart. You don't get
so I go there, you don't know them
Charles
personally.
Sumner, Frederick Douglass. They were really impressive. And when I went back to read their writings, what became very clear was they would not condemn Nat Turner. Yeah, they would not. They condemned the white system that forced Nat Turner to do what he did, that the coercive system that created Nat Turner. Then I felt...
Sorry, I was trying to find a spot to pause because of the jump cuts. Anyways, so Nat Turner was a slave, and when he went on a rebellion, he's also a slave. Got it. Because of utmost morality, right? Well, he's a slave to these guys' behavior. Whatever they do to him, it makes him do things, which is what you don't get paid for it either. That makes you a slave, right? You have no choice. It's up to someone else over here. It's up to the slave masters to make you do things. And Norm doesn't think that deeply, unfortunately for him. But that is the case. He just declared that Nat Turner, a former slave, is now a slave when he quote unquote freed himself. That's how it actually works in actual real life, guys. If I flip a coin, and every time it lands on heads, it gets you to do the fucking chicken dance, are you free? Or are you a slave to the coin? Or even more so, me flipping the coin? That's politics for you, though. Lame, shallow water fucking definitions of things. He had no choice but to cut babies' heads off because they made him do it. Who made him do it? The slave owners. But they were making him work before, so are they making him cut heads? Okay, so then he's a slave still. Got it. That mentality is rampant in fucking politics. Political brain rot shit. It's rampant in those arenas. Rampant. They had no choice, man. They were forced to. They're slaves. Got it. But if you say that, it'd be no, bro, I got choice. So then why are you following the programming of someone else like that? So hardcore like that. Someone can get you to do horrendous shit that you would call horrendous. Well, if it happened to you. If it happened to you, oh my God, this is terrible. This is bad. I need to fix this. But you're doing the same thing, but instead of you, it's someone else on the bad side of things. What does that make you? Now, those guys who are we need to go in there. Fucking slaughter Nat Turner and whoever he's with. Slaughter all of them. Now they're slaves, forced to go back at you. And then the retaliation is more slaves retaliating against them. And on it goes. Once again, no offense to the political world, but the lack of wisdom is, I mean, palpable. It's fucking smokescreening the entire fucking room. I mean, if you're caught up in this world, you have to like lay on the fucking ground because the smoke is so fucking thick. Pause, I think. Whatever. Like, you know, like the fire drill shit, right? Get low because smoke rises, right? Or heat rises. You're laying on the fucking ground with barely any oxygen to fucking take in. Not because of someone, it's by your own devices that's happening. You burnt down your own fucking house, you idiots. And that's where we're at. This is not in today's world. What Norm is saying right there is now considered wisdom. He's the wise old man. He's the fucking OG. And it's taken that way for motherfuckers that would be nowhere near scenarios like this. Nowhere fucking near it. They'll put frog emotes. They'll put Pepe fucking emotes on the fucking screen. They won't actually be in it. Actually in it. They'll watch others slaughter others and say, yeah, get them.
Yeah, this shit's a fucking subculture to them. Something they do. It's something that they do for fun.
It's just, it's incredible to me. It's actually incredible to me. Of a phenomenon. Well, it's not that crazy. It's kind of normal, honestly. But it's still like not shocks me, but like it captures me every time I see it.
It frustrates you.
It captures me. I'll say it that way. It captures me. It hits me like every time I fucking see it. But let's let an old man who didn't learn shit in his fucking life, apparently. He learned politics, for sure. He learned factoids. He learned events. He learned persons, places, things. He learned that throughout his life. But wisdom was apparently just not there. He missed it.
Thank you.
What's that? Sorry?
I said he'll defer to Chomsky on that.
Oh, okay. More wisdom. Got it. More wisdom.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And moral judgment.
Oh, okay. These fucking heroes of the times. Yeah. Get on your fucking knees and be thankful. There isn't some fucking uber being showing up on planet Earth saying like, yo, I'm the real deal. What's up? Be fucking happy about that, you fucking children out there. Be fucking happy. In fact, get into religion and pray that something like that doesn't show up. Pray for that. Fucking dingbats. I'll take my pen out on others. Beautiful geniuses. Who could ever think about doing that? What a genius thought. Here we go.
The coercive system that created Nat Turner. Then I felt, okay, if I'm wrong, then the white abolitionists and black abolitionists.
As they cut your fucking words off, Norm. Anyways, here we go.
What he did. The
wisdom, huh?
That created Nat
the moral
Turner.
voice in the room.
Then I felt, okay, if I'm wrong, then the white abolitionists and black abolitionists, they're wrong.
Including Frederick Douglass.
Frederick
Another
Douglass
name?
is an interesting case.
Frederick Douglass.
Because
Fred?
the abolitionists were against
I know Fred.
violence.
Yeah.
And
They
fucking
believed
high
in
school
what they
history.
called moral suasion. But
I don't know him as a
Douglass
person.
Described
Whatever.
Nat Turner as one of our glorious martyrs, one of our revolutionary fathers.
Well,
Same thing, W.E.B.
Well,
Du
if
Bois.
fucking Fred said that, Jesus Christ, he must be good. Meanwhile, some guy you never heard of died in a fucking ditch somewhere, saying something 10 times more moral, outflanking by miles, dead in a fucking ditch somewhere. And if Fred is the way that you guys are saying Fred is, he helped it. So did Nat Turner. So did the slave owners. So it was the brutality that people used against each other. You're adding to it. You're putting the good guy in the fucking ditch. because it's too much for me to fucking handle. I can't do it. You killed MLK? Let me like burn a city down when I'm at it. Like, yeah, why not? Our fucking on the surface level, at least, right? Our social hero that's screaming for nonviolence. Let's betray him by burning shit down. But don't worry, I had no choice. They killed them. They made me do it. Slave. Got it. That's where you want to live at. Then live there. You declare yourself poverty, then you are poverty. It's up to you, you idiots. You want to be the hero? Declare yourself, but good luck. Withstand what nature will send your fucking way. Withstand that. Good luck to you. Or just be a slave. It's easier. Go online and be a slave. They hurt my feelings. I'm going to hurt their feelings. Slave. Got it. Enjoy your time. Just don't regret it. And those last seconds of breath, when the light's about to turn off, don't regret it when you do that. Don't regret a fucking second of it. Say like, yeah, I did the right thing. Idiots. There we go.
Boys.
Yeah.
They all
get him, Norm.
Nat
Get him, Norm.
Turner. And
My
what's
hero,
also
Norm
interesting is
Finkelstein.
the black people at the time, they did not condemn Nat Turner. They
Old
were
Nat.
exactly.
Oh, they didn't? Oh, okay.
Well, I know that from your book.
Yeah,
Like who?
he came to
Which ones?
Frederick Douglass and a famous name. A famous name. Got it. Okay.
Folklore and he became a folk hero. They would refer to him as, quote, Old Nat's War. Old Nat's War. Because they understood whatever the methods, whatever the horrors, and as you quoted William Lloyd Garrison, he recognized horrors occurred. But where did it come from ultimately? What was its deep source? Its deep source was the desire for freedom, the struggle for human dignity.
You just called them slaves, though. You just said they're owned by whoever said, like, if I poke you with a fucking stick and I get you to do something, are you free? You're not. You're describing them as slaves. On a real level, slaves, not some social bullshit, right? You could be in chains and be as free as fuck. You can be, mentally. You can live there. But if I can get you to, like, dance because I fucking tapped your fucking shoe, are you free? Or are you a subject to whatever I fucking do to you? Exactly. But then again, those like, shut up, bro. Shut up. These fucking 15-year-olds. Shut up, man. It was so simple earlier. Stop saying these complicated fucking things. It's not that complicated, but you know what I mean. Whatever. All right, here we go.
It's wrongly expressed.
Fucking love this.
But there's
This
another
is
question.
actually a woo-woo
What
video.
option did they have?
I'm into
If
this
you're
now.
speaking
I'm into it.
honestly, what option did the people of Gaza have? They tried diplomacy. They tried international law. They tried nonviolent civil resistance. They tried everything. And it was all a dead end. And as you probably remember, by October 6, 2023, the only game in town was, would the Saudis join the Abraham Accords?
Yeah.
Gaza had been forgotten. Well, and then the rest is, so to speak, you quote the cliche, the rest is history.
Okay. So, once again, I will empathize with a Nat Turner or, you know, the Palestinian Nat Turner or the Palestinian Frederick Douglass. I can empathize with that. But by no means, if you overcome the quote-unquote enemy, your enemies in your own minds, right? Whoever you take over or run down, by no means should that be a day of celebration. That should be like, I felt the need, I had to do this to, like, socially, so that they're stopped, like, torturing my people. Or whatever the fuck the idea is, right? Or my family, my friends, my neighbors. It should be a sad day, not joyous liberation. Be nowhere fucking near that. You don't need someone to be like, hey, guy, hey, man, listen, I will not condemn you. Like, who are you? Who are you? Are you God? Then shut the fuck up. I have to eat these fucking demons now. I did what I thought I had to do for the sake of me and mines. and the people around me and what I think is fair or right, or what I think is fair, at least. I have to fight for that in this way. There's nothing glorious about it. Nothing good about it. It's not justifiable either. It's a sad day. Just like when they enslave my people or fucking torture me or bomb me. It's all sad days. Hopefully someone better than me pops up somehow and does better than I do. In my humble opinion, that should be the fucking rhetoric. Not Norm Finkelstein telling me about fucking slaves. Fuck. And these little kids are eating the shit up, aren't they? Watch them. He doesn't have the balls to like even question Norm Finkelstein. He'll get out of the way. It is what it is. He's a janitor. Wherever you spill, Norm, I'm cleaning it up. Don't worry. I'll lick it off the fucking floor. I'll lick it up.
No Diddy.
Yes. Well, maybe not Diddy, but no pause. All right, here we go. No baby oil here. All right, here we go.
I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
I'm past my limit for Hasan's nonsense.
All right, dude. Good night. All right, let's keep going. Here we go.
Yeah. So going into this analogy a little bit further, because you brought up the fact that binationalism was destined to fail from the start, given the supremacist attitudes from early Zionists, doubly supremacist considering that there is the European colonialism aspect to it, but then also Jewish supremacy directly. I agree with that, but we live in the United States of America, which is
You're totally right.
a country that is objectively white supremacist in its fundamentals, and yet we now live in a country that has obviously a very complex history and still continues to struggle with offering any kind of real restitution to Black Americans. And yet I always go back to that same comparison about the abolition of the apartheid. And that is part of the reason why I present the one-state solution and, forcible reintegration of everyone, including the oppressed and the oppressor, living side by side in a secular solitary state as the true North Star. Now, of course, what's more important from my perspective is how the Palestinians feel about that. And there is not that big of a commitment to a one-state solution. I think for the most part, historically, it's always been a two-state solution. There are additional complications that come along with that. But if we're just simply talking about the morality of it, or maybe even pie-in-the-sky idealism, the reason why I believe in the abolition of the occupation and the apartheid, with, of course, reparations offered to the Palestinians, a right to return and everything else, not dissimilar to what Avi Shalem has also talked about, is because I'm an American citizen. And if it can happen here, and although there are still many issues, I think the contemporary Black experience is probably better than the current experience of a Palestinian, both in the West Bank and certainly in Gaza as well.
He talks with such tailored language that it just screams fake. Even like, regardless of the jump cuts and all that stuff, and like cutting out him breathing, like being a human out loud, irregardless of that, the words I'm hearing, it's so tailored sounding. Probably like his suit, like very tailored and calculated almost, versus like genuine and authentic and righteous sounding. Forgive me for even thinking that, I guess. Sure, I'm an asshole for even contemplating that idea. But that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a faker. Like if the gates of hell open, this guy's running right to a podcast to say, "Oh my God, the solidarity with the people getting ganked by fucking demons. Solidarity with those guys." That's what he sounds like to me, like a faker. But yeah.
But you're pausing where he's like explaining about the Black experience.
Oh, okay. Let me
Hey,
hear it.
Hasan needs a cup of tea.
Pause, but yes. You're here for fucking SummerSlam, aren't you, little fuckface? Fuck off, kid.
Nah, that's not why. That's tomorrow night.
No, it's that, and also Seb's tagged you, so fuck off.
Hey, dude, you never tag me or message me. She telepathically spoke to me.
Aren't you already in the
Which
future?
is
You tomorrow.
Anyways, moving on. Actually, no. Actually, Jesse, you're correct. In your time zone, Candace, you're already in SummerSlam mode, aren't you? Because you're already on that day, aren't you? Exactly. He's already in Minnesota mentally. He's already there. He's got Netflix queued up, ready to go. Whatever. All right. What's up, lad? Here we go.
So I feel like that is a path towards progress. It would require tremendous amounts of outside pressure from not only the international community, specifically the United States of America, American Jews as well, with connections back to Israel, familial connections. But that is what I believe. You're saying that is not possible because Zionist fascism is far too powerful of a force in Israeli society.
I wouldn't use the word fascist.
Well, why wouldn't you investigate first? Okay, there was a crime that happened, and I agree. For the political thinkers, dumb fucks that can't listen to beyond political words, I would call it a genocide personally. Like the way I would use it personally. So a crime happened, right? And also, believe it or not, October 7th, a fucking crime happened. So treat it as that. Like, look into it. What happened? Let's figure out what happened here. Let's figure out who did what. For whatever, like, here's the deeds. Not saying, Nuremberg trial, hang them all. I'm just saying, let's call it the deeds that happened first before you go to a certain idea of things. But then again, dumb fuck small brain is leading with politics again because he knows nothing else, apparently. He knows influence and he knows politics. And they're tight cousins. At the Jank Uger. Oh, sorry, that's nephew to uncle, right? Relationship. Whatever. Yeah. I'll just scream this till, I'm black and blue in the face. There we go.
Is far too powerful.
I meant to reset that right there. Lagging. Here we go.
That is not possible because Zionist fascism
editor,
is
cut that out
far too powerful of a force in Israeli society.
I wouldn't use the word
editor. I breathe on camera. Cut that out,
I
please.
don't believe it's the relevant term. I think Jewish supremacy.
I need a friend.
Better
editor.
Description. Question. I think it comes down to this. And it's a judgment call. Remember, we had two processes in the United States. You referred to the African American experience. They came as slaves. A civil war freed them legally, then set in the system of Jim Crow, which meant de facto things were better than slavery, but not significantly better than slavery. Yeah, apartheid. And then the civil rights.
There's stuff before that, but I think Norm knows that already. Where it wasn't like, okay, slavery, okay, Jim Crow. There's like a whole thing that happened in between that, but I'm sure he understands that as well. I'm sure he already knows that, right? He's close enough friends with Cornel West to know that one. But here we go.
Said in the system of Jim Crow, which meant de facto things were better than slavery, but not significantly better than slavery. Yeah, apartheid. And then the civil rights movement. And now I think you have to be very dogmatic to the point of blindness to say there hasn't been any improvement in the situation of African Americans.
Of course.
Since slavery, since Jim Crow.
I mean, culturally, Michael Jordan.
The civil rights.
Michael Jackson.
That's one trajectory. Mm-hmm. There's a second trajectory. It's the Native Americans. And the Native Americans.
By other people?
It turned into a zero-sum game. Either it's them or us. Was there a possibility with the Native Americans, not African Americans, was there a possibility with the Native Americans of a kind of synthesis, symbiosis, transcendence? Speaking honestly, I think the answer is no.
Yeah,
it's
no. Their audio is like kind of. Is that the noise gate or is that the editing doing that? I don't know. But there was a symbiosis with the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians. I'm sorry, I'm allowed to do that. Okay. Listen, I'm kind of partially a little bit Native American. I can make jokes. You can't, though. I'll yell at you if you do that. I'm yelling at you. Anyways, here we go. And I'm mostly slave, but partially Native American. All right, here we go.
And speaking honestly, I think the answer is no.
Yeah.
Like, what is that audio?
Noam Chomsky has brought this up as well, where he says that unlike the apartheid in South Africa, where there was utility to the black population, which is 90% of the entire population as a part of the labor force, Israeli society broadly just wants to ethnically cleanse the indigenous population and would rather hire outside labor from Thailand or numerous other places around the country, around the world.
So I don't know which is the right analogy.
Except for China.
Yeah.
It was very striking to me when I was reading about the abolitionists, including Douglas, by the way. They were very harsh on the Native Americans. They didn't have any good words or kind words to say. They all saw them. I'm talking about Douglas, Sumner, the others. They all saw the Native Americans as savages.
Oh, sure.
And it was, if the American
it's
Euro-American
like my DNA fighting
project
itself.
was to advance, they had to be pushed aside. It was zero sum. There was no notion that we can live together. So the question is, which is the Israeli experience closer to? I'm inclined. Look, I don't want to be totally pessimistic about it, and I recognize people change. Let's say you could say Germany and Japan were horror shows during the first third of the 20th century. They were, you could say, at the extreme end of imperialist, racist countries, okay? You could say, okay, Germany and Japan, they're no longer horror shows. That's true. And they're probably in the more Pacific end of the political.
They're less so horror shows. It's a horror show with a nice suit on versus, fangs and claws, where it's like blatantly like bad, right? But to me, it's the same thing. It's just like, when the fucking full moon comes out, they turn into this or that, right? When they do their actual actions in the world, 100%, equally a horror show, equally. But forgive me once again, I think that requires wisdom to peep that versus just looking at material differences or political rhetoric that's being said or stances. All right, if they listen, if Germany back in the day killed 6 million people, well, more than that, but you know what I mean, like millions of people, right? And then you have the war itself that killed a shit ton of people as well. If you fast forward to now and they kill 50 people, guess what? Those 50 people are getting a Holocaust on their lives. I mean, like people that are not trying to shoot at Germans themselves, like, or whoever, right? Or Japan, they're not shooting at them. They just happen to be like a victim of their policies along with other countries, right? Like that's their Holocaust. But who cares? It's only 50 people. It's different. It's less harsh. It's only 50 people. Compare that to like millions, man. Material differences, man. Once again, a lack of wisdom. But I am Jordan, so I'll shut up now. Here we go.
Spectrum. But the Jewish question was solved. It was solved by their extermination. So they didn't have to contend with it.
There's also still a lot of residual racism in Japanese society as well.
Right.
I'm not even talking about the German philo-Semitism,
right.
Yeah.
Look, there are all sorts of nuances, but the bottom line is, yes, it's true. Germany today is very far from what Germany was in the 1930s, but it's also true to say the Jewish question was solved. It was solved by their extermination. The Native American question was basically solved in our country by their expulsion and significantly, not entirely, but there were significantly elements of extermination. As I say, I don't want to be totally pessimistic, though one thing I am totally pessimistic about, the current mindset of the Israelis, it's just off the charts. One thing I think is there are several misunderstandings about the conflict. And one misunderstanding is it's not a war.
True, frog emoji.
It's never a war in Gaza.
Agreed, frog emoji.
Every time you use the word war to describe what happened in Gaza, you become wittingly or
Happen as like
unwittingly
past tense, or
a tool of Israeli propaganda.
Yeah.
Once you say war to describe the unfolding of events, Israel has won 90% of the propaganda battle. Once we two are sitting here, you may say you're against what's happening. I say I support what Israel is doing in Gaza. But if we establish as the common language the war in Gaza, Israel has won 90%. There was never a war in Gaza.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're talking about psychology, right? And the way that people conditioning, right? The way that people take words. But if you're saying like, man, this fucking war in Gaza, it's fucking horrendous. These guys are killing these people like willy nilly, killing civilians in mass tolls. If you use the word war, it's like, okay, I get what that person's saying. I think because it's just it's a word, just like genocide's a fucking word. What is your point? Am I listening, or am I jump cutting like through their fucking language? Am I mentally skipping what's being said while it's in front of me? Right? Like someone could say the word war, like that's not gonna hurt my feelings at all. What do they mean by like, all of this? Ultimately, are they saying it's like this is bad, and giving reasons for that? Right? Are they doing that? No. If you say war, you're working for Israel. Like, really? Is that how humans work? I didn't know that. I didn't get that one. I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying, right? But it's the same thing as, what was the other shit before subs, where it's like, hey, if you say like something negative about Russia, you're feeding into the propaganda. Like, no, you're still like, no, just fucking say it. Is that what you think or believe? Like, say it. Say it for real.
You're
too.
repeating the CIA talking points, or you're repeating Homeland Security, whatever.
Yeah, it's like me
Department
saying,
of Defense.
Actually, it's like me saying, like, well, I don't think all Israelis are bad. Just by law of averages, I would assume there's people that are deeper thinkers than what's happening on the surface.
Norm would disagree with you. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'd have to call Norm, one of the thinkers of our times, a fucking idiot. I'd have to at that point. But then again, like, who am I? Like, right? Who am I? But it's still like, I'd have to, just on principle.
Yeah.
On GP right there. They have to. I can't just let that slide by because I know I'll be on my deathbed one day. I'll be there one day. I can't let this shit fucking slide. I can't allow it to pass my existence without saying something about it. I have to say it because I think it's too important to me. Thus, I'll say it. Like, it is what it is. And I would hope that Norm's thinking that way, but he might be thinking in political PR. I get it. Once again, I'm not saying that Norm is some sort of like full of shit artist. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, like, he may play the game of strategical politics and strategical rhetoric, not for his sake. He knows what he means. If Norm says war versus genocide, he knows what he means. What he's worried about is what the audience thinks about that. So thus, he's tailoring language a certain way for the sake of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just telling them, like, hey, when I say war, what I mean is like this, or genocide, or whatever word he uses, right? That's more of the point. What do you mean by what you say? Because the symbols are not enough. Please put more of yourself into the conversation so we can see, like, who the fuck is this person and what do they mean by what they're saying? But that is apparently still not figured out from this fucking 80-year-old fucking man. It's still not figured out. And it works perfectly and lines up perfectly for what Hasan does, which is words and PR style politics. Not substance, not authenticity, not real. It's a play, it's a charade, it's a fucking... They're tools for us to fucking work through to get our certain policies passed. I can't shit on AOC or Bernie because I need them as tools to get shit done. Which is, I mean, to me, immoral as fuck. But for him, normal. And his audience with the frog emoji are saying, like, yeah, I get that, yeah. Because he can't get shit done without, like, being full of shit. We have to out full of shit our opponents. Out full of shit them is the logic of the day, apparently. and watch where that gets you. Don't worry, they're not watching. They're not watching. They're not watching. It's unfortunate. They're not watching now. And then when the day happens, when something happens, an event happens, they'll look back and say, it wasn't my fault. It's either Hasan tricked me, or I was only, listen, man, I was only like 17. Come on, man, I was a kid. Or I wasn't thinking that when they were saying that. I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that way. I wasn't doing that. No, not me. Listen, I'm a good person, okay? How's that? I didn't support the war in Gaza. Sorry, the genocide in Gaza. I didn't support that. I didn't do that. I'm a good person now. Thank you. Fucking idiots. Sorry for ranting on dumb fuck political thinking people. Sorry for trying to dunk on you, but I am dunking on you. My nuts are in your face. What's the play? Here we go.
A war denotes something
Nuts
very
on face.
clear.
It is what it is.
Denotes you're trying to
I'm
inflict
MJ,
a military defeat on the
everyone else.
opposing army. That's what a war is. To inflict a military defeat on the opposing army. Now, in the course of a war, civilians sometimes get killed. That's called the technical term collateral damage.
Yeah.
Also,
it's an
virtually every war,
term,
but not every war, but virtually every war has a terror component. That is, you're targeting the civilians in order to break the will of the other side. But even when you have a terroristic component, the goal is to inflict that military defeat. A genocide is kind of just the opposite. The goal of the genocide is to exterminate the civilian population.
Yeah.
It's not collateral damage. It's not even a secondary component like in terror bombing. It's the goal. And defeating the military in a genocide is completely secondary. You're not trying to defeat the military in a genocide. You're trying to extinguish the whole population.
Yeah.
So if you take the case of Gaza, I know there are a lot of people on the left like to say, Hamas is resisting and Hamas has put up a resistance and Israel hasn't achieved its aim. That's just fantasy. If I were to ask you, you followed events closely since October 7th. Can you name me one battle in Gaza? A battle. Have you heard of a single battle in Gaza? I haven't. I follow it every day.
You probably, well, that's a dumb way to put that, I think. Name a battle. Okay. I get what he's saying. Like, hey, here's the battle of, the beaches of Normandy or D-Day.
He's working off of some like old world rules or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like.
But if you wanted to put terms, like these guys could put terms to it, they'll say, like, the Battle of Rafah or the Battle of Gaza City or whatever the fuck. They'll put that out there. Like, so it's like, fuck the names. Like, what is happening? That's the point. This is horrendous, right? I don't care what they fucking name it. The fuck? Okay. All right, here we go. What, hey, 12-Day War, right? Remember that? They had a name for it. The 12-Day War.
Exactly.
Wasn't that fucking horrendous, though? Like, that was that's as genocidal of actions as it gets. But, okay.
Yeah.
The Battle of Fallujah. The Battle for Damascus. Like, these are... Okay. It's like a... No offense to you, Subs. It's some librarian-ass shit to say. I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
Humbly. I say that very humbly. I say that very humbly. It's some, like, bookworm shit to say. All right, here we go.
Trying to get Defada does a decent job of covering some of the ascetic on the ground resistance elements. You're right. It's not like a real battle.
I believe it's fantasy.
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's not just fantasy. It feeds the Israeli propaganda. Because they can keep saying, Hamas is not yet disarmed. We won't leave Gaza until Hamas is disarmed. And you give them a pretext. You give them an excuse to protract the genocide. So there, I believe, that's one misunderstanding of the nature of the conflict in Gaza. And there was a second, but it just slipped my mind. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. Where I believe that you have to get the language right to understand what's happening.
So when he remembers
there.
It's always been an ethnic cleansing campaign from the Nakba onward, and even before that, pogroms here and there. It was always settler colonial ambition, and
I would say that there, as I say, I agree with Benny Morris.
Yeah,
the idea of transfer was inevitable.
Yeah.
Now, there were periods when they were willing to settle with confining the population, keeping, as I said, to keep as much of the land and as few of the people.
Yeah.
What made October 7th different was Israel changed its strategy. Its strategy up until October 7th was, and they're very open
mowing
about
of the
it.
lawn.
Yeah, was mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
Periodically, they'll go in and remind the natives who's in charge.
Yeah.
Or even just use Gaza as an excuse for various other goals they had. But after October 7th, they decided now we're going to solve the Gaza question.
Yeah.
And solving the Gaza question was very clear. They were very clear about from day one. They were going to, instead of mow the lawn, they were going to extirpate. For your listeners, extirpate is the fancy word for pull out by the roots.
Yeah.
They were going to extirpate every blade of grass in Gaza. And that meant including the 1.1 million children. And that was their goal. And then their means, their method of carrying out this massive ethnic cleansing, the means was genocide. It was going to intentionally target the civilian population for destruction until and unless Gaza was emptied out of its Arab population.
Can I ask you something about October 7 in particular? Because there's two different schools of thought on this, where some people have looked at the prior knowledge that the Israeli security forces must have had. There was obviously talks of Egypt giving a forewarning and advanced warning. Unit 8200 was surveilling Gaza. Gaza is the most surveilled territory on the planet, pretty much, an open-air prison, a concentration camp. What is your assessment on whether or not this was utilized as an opportunity where there was forewarning, there was advanced warning that a military campaign could take place by the Palestinian Resistance Front, and that that Benjamin Netanyahu would probably try to use this as a opportunity to create casus belli to carry out the final solution to the, I guess, Palestinian question?
First of all,
he is so much like his fucking his uncle, right? Of like almost like taglines, and it looks like a YouTube like
Learn
videos
from the
like
best.
like tags. It looks like that. No, it's like catchphrases and terms that will yeah, he sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all right, I wonder what would happen. Like if someone brought up like 9/11, what would they think about that one? I wonder what Hasan would say.
Norm's about to tell you that. Well, you'll see. Yeah.
Wait, they actually they do, or they go over that, or
No, not 9/11, but Norm basically thinks that anyone who thinks that the Israeli government let like conspiracy. So he'll kind of mention that.
Okay. He's leaving Charlie Kirk in vain right now. How dare you?
Yep,
Norm?
that's exactly who I was thinking about.
How dare you do that?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. To the, I guess, Palestinian question.
First of all, we're going to be here for a while, and you should feel free to ask me any questions.
PQ.
You said you were scared, so you should.
Have you noticed?
No, I'm getting more confident. I'm getting more comfortable.
You should overcome your fear and be aggressive in your questioning. And these questions, I'm sure, come up.
Oh my God, the jump cuts.
Come up with your listeners. And here's an opportunity.
No, but that is perfect, though. He's like, overcome your fears. Just ask the fucking question. Stop dancing.
Yeah.
You fucking pussy.
Cut.
Go sip your fucking, store-bought Starbucks fucking shots of fucking caffeine. All right, here we go.
5 shots of espresso
And
in a can.
keep me awake for Norm. All right, here we go.
That's what he needs. He needs to stay awake.
Right.
It's not as bad as Chomsky, but yeah. You know. Just saying. Just saying.
All right, here we go.
Sorry.
And be aggressive in your questioning. And these questions, I'm sure, come up, what you just asked me to come up with your listeners. And here's an opportunity, not for me to give the definitive answer, but certainly to give an informed opinion on the subject. First of all, let's take an analogy. Analogies are never perfect, but they serve a purpose. If you look at 9/11, there were many people in the administration who predicted Osama bin Laden would launch an attack.
Yeah.
There was one national intelligence fellow, I forgot his name, he wrote a book on the subject, where he said, I knew from day one, from the moment it happened. He said, he ran into the Oval Office and he said, it's Osama bin Laden. I know it's Osama bin Laden.
I defer to Noam Chomsky on the 9/11.
Exactly. Fucking Jimmy. Like, yeah, just.
That's hilarious. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
He ran into the Oval Office and he said, it's Osama bin Laden. I know it's Osama bin Laden. He had been on their radar. And they had received warnings that something like this would happen.
The Northern Forces in Afghanistan had actually tried to deliver Osama bin Laden to the United States of America for his, I think, cooperation in the previous World Trade Center bombing with the Blind Sheikh. And those people were assassinated prior.
I don't recall that detail, so you'll forgive me.
Whatever.
The thing is, when you're a country like the United States and Israel, you're being bombarded with threats, possible threats, potential threats every day. And then you have to have a hierarchy, which you're going to take seriously and which you're not going to take seriously. No, when you're so saturated with racism, like people like Netanyahu and his folks, they don't believe Hamas could pull something like that off.
Yeah.
Hamas was a shooting gallery. Gaza was a shooting gallery for Israel.
Yeah.
It was, as I called it, these were high-tech killing sprees, which they used to launch into Gaza. You know, the discrepancy in number killed, like 100 to 1, 200 to 1. They didn't think Hamas had the capability, the capacity to pull off something like that. So I'm sure they received reports.
I don't think Hamas thought that they had that capacity as well.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
They were
shocked
by how easy it was.
Yeah.
You know?
So how much of that do you think is hubris, and how much of that do you think could have been maybe hubris paired up with opportunity?
Well, you know, there's a cliche. The cliche goes, every crisis is an opportunity. When 9/11 happened, they got together in the Situation Room.
Kind of shout out to Naomi
Cheney, Rumsfeld, Colin Powell, and they shed 4 or 5 salty tears. And then they rubbed their palms. No, seriously.
Yeah, no.
What can we get out of it? And they then start contemplating. If you read the accounts, they're looking at the map. Which country should we attack? Which country?
Well, it's like, well, what is that, Norm? That'd be like, you're a crazy person if you're doing that, right? But somehow he never goes into what is a crazy person. Like, why are they like that? What's going on there? And like, that's not even like a demand. It's more so like, if you're honestly like going through a train of thought or going through the historical events and like what's happening here, and oh my God, there's no way around it. This person's crazy. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? And can there be someone who's not the fucking, head of the Department of Defense or the Secretary of State or the president or his followers in Congress? Like, is there people that are not in that category that are also same crazy level? And he'll be like, well, they don't matter because they don't have an impact. I'm like, yes, they fucking do. Yes, they. Once again, it's maybe sounds like nitpicking, but the point is to showcase that this guy does not fucking talk on a level of wisdom at all. It's fucking missing. And yeah, Hasan's here to consume his aura, I guess. But all right, here we go. No pause.
What can we get out of it? And they then start contemplating. If you read the accounts,
isn't that crazy people behavior, Norm? Is that crazy?
Which country should we attack? Which country?
That's kind of crazy, right?
A crisis is an opportunity.
Oh, it's for money and politics.
The big opportunity for them. They started with Afghanistan, but Afghanistan was
this matter-of-fact version of looking
they were going to go after, in their minds, it was going to be Iraq, Syria, Iran. That was what they were going to. They were going to exploit everything they could out of 9/11.
I agree.
And that was exactly the Israelis.
But they also could have caused it too.
First,
I mean,
Gaza.
Sorry, my bad. They definitely were part of causing it for sure. Even as like individuals, they're part of causing it. Now, how far does that go? On like the quote unquote conspiracy world version of it, there's some shit that makes sense to me. Some doesn't, but enough makes sense to me where it's like, okay, it demands investigation versus dismissal. Same with October 7th, demands investigation, not just like writing it off as a matter of fact, like, oh no, they're just so arrogant, or as Hasan said, there's so much hubris. That's why that happened. It's not good enough. Not good enough, especially when you're saying the things that they actually do engage in by your ideas, Norm, by your saying like these are facts of reality, right? These are facts of society. Those ideas are screaming mental illness. They are. So why wouldn't they allow a fucking plane to hit a building? It's not them. So why not? If they knew beforehand. As far as the idea of like an opportunity, like why isn't that an opportunity? Like, hey, we see these planes coming. You know what? Fuck it. Let it happen. It ain't us. We're chilling. Or hey, they're about to approach the border wall or the fence or whatever the fuck in Israel. They're climbing this shit.
Yeah. Well, it's not so out of the realm of possibilities, like at all. Like I don't know what the need to just act like it's not,
This level of mental illness that he's like describing, he's describing that, right? Like, why wouldn't they be able to do that thing too? In fact, if they did it with their own fucking kids, I wouldn't be surprised. On the level of mental illness that we're talking about here, Norm. So I don't know why he's like, maybe he's like, this is not serious. It's not in a book anyway.
His justification is that like, oh well, they don't want that to happen to other Jews, so like. They because they see Jewish life as more precious, I guess. I think that's like the justification he has with that. I forget, but it was something along that line.
Of course, and he's not thinking.
No,
he says,
Max
I'm the
Blumenthal
authority.
also has the same answer.
Yeah.
Interestingly,
we're the authorities. You know what? Thinking done. We're the authorities. We know better. Thinking done. No questions. We know better because we're smart.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. Here we go.
Iraq, Syria, Iran.
Also shout out to Miami Vice. Norm
but they were going to exploit everything they could out of 9/11. And that was exactly the Israelis. It was going to be first Gaza, if the opportunity arises, the West Bank, and then it's going to be Hezbollah,
Lebanon,
Syria, Iran. Syria. Every crisis is an opportunity, but I don't think there's any rational point in denying it was a real crisis. They're just not the type because they attach such value to a Jewish life.
Yeah.
And no value to any non-Jewish life.
That's right, Hasan.
They're not the
Get your banana monkey. That's right. Nod your fucking head.
Sacrificing the envelope. So that's actually really interesting. I agree with you 100% on this. My attitude on this has been part hubris and part, at most, it would be a couple people that get slaughtered as a sacrificial lamb to enact a much larger campaign of death and destruction.
That's not what Norman
and this
was
will
saying,
be
so.
the casus belli, but it, of course, unfolded in a way that the Israeli security apparatus could not have predicted, that Hamas itself could not have predicted as well. And perhaps that's like the middle ground. I don't know. But that's my assessment. I'm not married to the idea either, but I don't believe that it was like pre-planned, that Benjamin Netanyahu was allowing 1,200 Israelis.
You're implying that, Hasan. You're implying that idea right there. And before October 7th, there's always like the idea of rocket attacks as a reason to bomb any spot, right? Mainly Gaza, potentially, mainly Gaza. But they use like rocket attacks as a reason for doing this or that. Right? So like, as far as your theory goes, the one you're afraid to say to Norm Finkelstein because you might fucking, cut a switch and, spank you for it. Why not go there? Like, why not explore ideas, Hasan? Why are you so fucking pussified in front of this guy? Well, I mean, I think you are in general, but I get it. He's an authority figure in your world. But you got to grow up at some point, right, Hasan? Just ask the fucking question. Just like Norm said. Yo, man, stop dancing. Ask the fucking question, you pussy. Like, go there. Whether you believe it or not, like, just go there for the sake of, like, conversation and that there's an audience listening to hear the ideas. Does Norm have, like, such a good argument that it, like, actually just kind of debunks the idea of this being a possibility? Go there. Like, fully go there. But instead, he's a Twitch streamer. I'll let play. I'll be right back, but after I get back, I might jump to another portion of the video, but here we go.
That it was like pre-planned, that Benjamin Netanyahu was allowing 1,200 Israelis to be killed, with as many civilians that were killed in the process as well. The part of the reason why I bring this up is because there's some information about like the Nova Festival, adding an additional day, being so close to the border wall, and things of that nature have raised suspicions, even inside of the Israeli population as well. There have been some inquiries.
The Nova, for your listeners, it was a music festival, the Supernova Music Festival.
Yeah.
And the largest number of people killed by far in the total was about 350 of the total number of those killed. As far as it's known, Hamas didn't even know what was going to happen. They just stumbled on it, the Nova Festival. It probably, you could speculate, but it probably enraged them.
Yeah.
Right, bordering on this concentration camp, all these young people who are overwhelmingly of military age, because the Nova was young men and women, they're all having this festival. It almost feels like a taunt. And so it was very bloody.
Oh, yeah.
No question in my mind about it. But I don't think, as far as I understand, they were not knowledgeable that that festival was going to happen. I think there's a tendency on the left, and not just the left, actually across the political spectrum, to always want to see conspiracies. And I think a lot of things happen which actually in politics and history, which can't be explained. They cannot. There are all sorts of, so to speak, loose ends. I can't really explain how actually in politics and history, which can't be explained. They cannot. There are all sorts of, so to speak, loose ends.
Noise gate on that microphone is
really explain how that happened. But it doesn't change the total picture. I remember, if I can give one anecdote, there was a famous trial in the UK. There was a Holocaust denier. His name was David Irving, very prominent historian.
Deborah
and Deborah Lipstadt.
Yeah, Deborah Lipstadt.
David Irving was an extremely smart guy. I mean, I wouldn't call him brilliant, but he was definitely a competent historian. Deborah Lipstadt is just a talking cow. She's a complete imbecile.
For those of you who don't know, she was Biden's anti-Semitism czar, and also a horrifyingly right-wing, genocide denier herself.
I wouldn't even dignify her with hollow. She's just an imbecile, In any event,
she's the one who's made the Bieber jokes.
I don't know who that is,
and has very vociferously defended Israel's genocide.
Yeah. Oh, she defended, talking about somebody in the Jewish nursing home in Miami defending it. In any event, so there's a point in the trial, David Irving
The noise
conducted
gate is
trial
actually
himself.
fucking. I can't even
Was
hear certain things.
the defendant. By the way, in the trial, the lawyers would not let Deborah Lipstadt speak. She was in the gag order, her own lawyers, because they knew the moment she opened her mouth, they're going to lose the case because she's a complete imbecile. In any event, there was a point in the trial where one of the leading historians in the Nazi Holocaust, his name is Christopher Browning, and David Irving presents Browning with a document. And the document seems to say the opposite of what it should say.
Holy shit.
And Irving looks at the document and he says, you're correct. It does say exactly the opposite of what I would have guessed. So Irving said, how do you explain that? And you know what Browning said? I can't. There are all sorts of things that happen which there isn't a clear explanation. But that doesn't mean the overall picture is wrong. A Nazi Holocaust did happen, even if you can't explain this or that document. And it's the same thing. I believe that what happens with
Simple
conspiracy
logic, okay.
theories is they take one point here, one point there, and then inflate it to prove the whole thing could not have happened. No, the whole thing did happen, but this point and that point can't really explain it. Can't really explain it. I believe is
okay.
It's
I got it. Matter of factness, but that's not like, you know, what's the word, like rigor, intellectual rigor. That's not like you're. Like, what does that mean? Like, okay, accept the overall story now. That'd be, to me, kind of dumb to do, because there's a lot of overall storylines that Norm Finkelstein himself will say, like, that's not true, right? Because of some certain discrepancy or something that makes no sense to the whole overall picture. Like, yo, that's called critical thinking. And why can't people have those critical thoughts about this event or that event? What's the big deal? Not saying I'm some sort of hardcore person in one direction or another, but like just in principle alone, like why can't you think about it differently? Why is that a negative or a bad thing or whatever the fuck? If I question, what happened on October 7th, does it like take away from my care for what's happening to Gazans or Palestinians in general? Like, does it take it away? Like, no. It's just pointing like, hey, maybe that's something sus happened over here. Why can't you do that? And that's not even me. Like, once again, I'm not even some hardcore into it like that. I'm not even into it like that, bro. I see enough problems alone to be like, yeah, this is worth stopping. Like, hey, guys, stop. Investigate. I was already there. Day one, I'm already there. But unfortunately, we do this political shit of tailoring and strategy and what should we tell the audience or not tell the audience, which is what I think Norma's doing personally, and obviously Hasan does that. But I'm ready to jump forward into the into the next part of this. We're almost there, actually. Gone. About 55 minutes, right? Hit resistance is not perfect. Oh fuck! I'm hitting play. Sorry, YouTube. Deal with jump cut, fucking Norm. I don't want to hear what that means. Listen, resistance isn't it's not perfect, okay? Cry your little tears, cry your crocodile tears all you want. We're going over this video. You're stuck with it. Can't do his voice too well. But anyways, all right, here we go.
A problem with these conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's
Alex Jones.
The picture is pretty clear, though I acknowledge, we should be careful about this. Not careful, cautious. Israel has never led an international
Oops, my bad. Hasan's chat makes me feel like I can like Ghost, like Whoopi Goldberg, Ghost, jump into Norm Finkelstein's body, pause, and be like, "Yo, listen, guys, fruit roll-ups are like really good for you. They're healthy. You should eat them. This is healthy, nutritional meals to have for yourself. Fruit roll-ups, nothing else." And they might buy it. That to me is worrying. It's an exaggeration and hyperbolic, but still worrying. All right, here we go.
Not careful, cautious. Israel has never led an international human rights investigation of what happened. They've not let them in. So we're relying in significant part on testimonies which human rights organizations received over the web, in front of a computer screen.
Yeah.
And on an Israeli information. But as I said, on what we know so far, I think the general picture is a slaughter of a significant magnitude occurred.
Yeah.
The question is not whether the slaughter occurred. I believe it did. It's explaining it, understanding it.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do in the book, to try to make sense of it.
Yeah. As far as the slaughter goes, I don't think people deny that. Or I guess maybe there are some.
No, there are quite a few.
I guess there are some people who want to operate under the boundaries of perfect victimhood in some respects, where they also think that resistance is supposed to be perfect, which is something that I've brought up over and over again. And I've actually been yelled at quite a bit by the likes of Josh Gottheimer. I've been the ADL has been after me for the past 3 years, and they've created this glossary for me as the arch anti-Semite, as they call me, which is laughable because I've spent my whole life combating fascism and combating anti-Semitism as well. And one of the things that they constantly go back to, and this ties into the second chapter of your book that we're going to get to in a second, is at the time I was talking to people in my audience in a relatively hostile environment, where they were frustrated with me, and they were saying, like, why don't you just reflexively deny that the likelihood that rapes happened at all? And there's this moment where I respond to them and say,
so I saw a caption about this. I think I already know the answer, but I just wanted, I'll play it. Here we go. Sorry.
Reflexively deny that the likelihood that rapes happened at all. And there's this moment where I respond to them and say, look, at the time, we did not have enough evidence for whether it had happened or not, but there was certainly evidence unfolding that there was no systematic mass rapes that had taken place at the directive of Hamas leadership. That was very clearly something that you also point to in chapter 2 of your book, where you extensively cover the ways in which the propaganda apparatus greatly overemphasizes these heinous sexual crimes that took place with very little evidence at the time to tie it back to white supremacist birth of a nation comparisons were made. The barbaric barbaric indigenous forces are engaging in sullying the superior women of the Israeli population.
So I thought the idea was like, oh my God, you're just, like, rape itself is just bad. So if you're doing that, then you're like a bad guy, right? You're not. If you're a freedom fighter, you can't just be like raping, right? So thus there's no need for ketchup and mustard on your fucking hot dog. At the Anthony. Anyways, here we go.
So I responded with, it doesn't matter if rapes happened on October 7. That doesn't change the calculation for me at all. Whether or not they happened at the time, we didn't have enough evidence. But even if it did, it wouldn't justify genocide. And that's something
you always feel the need to bring up Anthony when you talk about Sheboynes.
All of these other outlets love utilizing as a quote that they clipped out of context to say, it doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7th. And I find that very frustrating as a way to try to create an environment of censorship through bullying of this sort. But I really appreciated the amount of detail that you, the amount of attention you gave to the ways in which the UN commissioned these reports specifically detailing sometimes falsehoods that were then discredited after the fact. And I want to hear your perspective on why you thought that it was important to at least take out one of the ways in which I think Western media and a lot of international organs of justice supposedly played a role in aiding and abetting the propaganda of Israel to justify Israel's genocide.
Well, that's
Now, before Norm goes there, let's say Hamas did not rape anyone. Is what they did morally wrong? And for me, it's like obvious yes. I mean, obvious yes. Like, did they kill people that had nothing to do with? Well, I mean, they had something to do with it, but they're not like direct shooters, if you will. Potentially, sure. And I know there's like conscription in Israel, but there's guys who are doing gym class and, and somewhere else in the world like I don't want to do this, but you know what? They're making me do it, so I just want no trouble. And that's called empathy and understanding, like maybe where people are at on a certain level. Not saying it's right, and yes, I'm calling them stupid, but the idea of stupid versus like I'm purposely like trying to harm you are two different avenues. And I get it because of politics. People get charged up about certain things, which I get, and I actually appreciate. Like, you care about this that much? Awesome. It's just unfortunate that they said, you know what? Fuck this brain thing I have, and fuck this heart thing I have. Actually, more so heart. Like, fuck the heart. Get out of here. And, you know, half my brain goes with it. That's where the problems are at. And when I see little pencil-necked little dweebs like this fool trying to Pied Piper you in a certain direction, yeah, to me, that's fucking scary. I think that's quite scary. Quite scary. It's as scary as a commander in the IDF or IOF saying, yo, follow me. Let's do this. Don't worry. Watch your backs because Hamas is everywhere. And if you get scared, just pull the trigger. If you get shook or scared, pull the trigger. Or these guys are less human than you are, so pull the trigger. Equally scary to me because I can see the DNA of the problems we have in this world within this fucking fuckface's rhetoric. This little pencil-neck dweeb. This little guy. I'm telling you right now, it's like same kind of phenomenon happening. Different, you know, material differences. Different materially, but same phenomenon of substance, in my humble opinion. But it's okay though. The dummies will have to wait until they find out. They'll wait, and they'll wait, and then he'll fuck up, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck you doing, Hasan? You're like this." Yo, Hasan sold out. Or fuck Hasan. It could be their friend or their neighbor or some sort of activist person. Yo, Bob sold out, man. Meanwhile, it's like, was he the thing in the first place? Were you counting? Were you caring? That might be your fault then, observer. It might be your fault. For you. That's for you. That shame, that guilt, that's for you. Enjoy it. Sink into it. It's not an own. It's a fucking lesson. Enjoy the, you know, shit, I fucked up. Enjoy it. I mean, like, actually, rejoice. Soak into it. Please. It'll make you, in my opinion, stronger if you actually, like, heed the ideas, heed the warnings, heed the advice. Shut the metric. All right, here we go.
Abetting the propaganda of Israel to justify Israel's genocide?
Well, that's a large question. And you're going to have to keep me on point because there are several issues that you raised.
From
First of all,
1955.
the first 2 points you made are
but now
completely
HD
correct,
cameras,
in my opinion. Number one,
better glasses.
Rapes could have happened.
Yeah.
People who I have high respect for when the issue first came up, I was skeptical. I was skeptical on personal grounds. Okay? I had been to Gaza. Remember, and here we can disagree. Okay? The scenes that they were describing, they were kind of like this kind of frat boy bravado.
Whoa.
Gang rapes.
I use that word, frat boy.
Cutting off a woman's breast, playing touch football with the woman's breast.
Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah, I had been to Gaza. I knew the young men there.
Rabbi
and
Shmuley.
The kinds of scenes that they were describing seemed to require a kind of sexual self-confidence that didn't seem to click with the young men in Gaza. So from the beginning, I was a bit skeptical. But then friends of mine, I won't name them, people you know, they say, look, Norm, in times of war, crazy things happen, rape happens, sexual violence happens. No reason to assume that it didn't happen
Are
here.
these people real?
So, like you,
that was my initial assessment as well.
Are they
like
actually real,
you,
or is it?
I agreed on that point at the beginning.
Are they
I
getting
didn't
played?
accept it, but I saw it as
just
a
robots,
plausible possibility that I had to be open to. Number two, you're absolutely correct. In the big picture, listen, we all agree killing people is worse than raping them. That should be pretty obvious.
Mr. Teacher, I'm raising my hand right now. It's not. One is not worse than the other. It's equally bad. Equally bad. For me, Mr. Teacher, Mr. Okay, I get it. Okay, materially, like, listen, if you're dead, you're gone, according to Norm Finkelstein, and if you're raped, you at least stick around, but carrying hell with you, potentially, or not. Maybe you don't care. Either way, you're being held against your will, just like your life being taken against your will. I'm saying the same thing, equally bad, personally. If you die from a fucking, you fell off a fucking cliff by accident because the wind blew too strong, is different than someone shot you in the face because you're the wrong type of person or wrong team or some shit like that. I'm calling that different than accidental fall off a cliff or a car accident or some shit like that, right? These seem like extremely preventable as an idea when it comes to humanity and choices. As in, if I take planet Earth and say, okay, everyone is now Jordan. You're all me now. Guess what? Rape is not happening. Murder's not happening. The horrendous shit that we talk about when it comes to behaviors are not happening. They're done. No more. Never again. Never, ever, ever again. Because I think that way, things that are clearly preventable, yeah, not happening. And the negative aspect of people like purposely doing horrendous shit, for whatever reason, right? Equally bad. Personally, to me, sorry, Mr. Teacher, forgive me. I'm outflanking you a little bit, but equally bad for me. But good luck with that. I mean, murder's worse than rape. Is it? Is it? Really? Go ask some people, Norm. Go find out what that answer is, actually. Go ask people that have been raped and commit suicide. Go ask them what they think. Oh, wait, you can't. They kill themselves. Got it. Like, I mean, like, there's no wisdom here. These guys are fucking idiots. They are dumb as fucking rocks. They can document situations and factoids of social or historical events, but when it comes to wisdom, they are fucking clueless. They are brainless, actually. That is a crazy fucking statement I just heard right there. And Hasan, right? If you're with younger people, right? And you have like the typical popular social ideas of, oh my God, rape victims and people being abused and all that like that. There's like a thing for that, right? I think. not to demean what they're talking about. It's just more so like there are people that follow trends. It is what it is. Versus like actual like substance, they follow trends, and because of that, that's somewhat in your audience, right? So even for your own celebrity, you should like speak up against this one, right? He should. Let's find out. Here we go.
Absolutely correct. In the big
I've returned.
picture, listen, we all agree
Sorry.
killing people.
Was that? Sorry.
No, I've returned.
Are
you on this part?
I'm on the part of that. Hey, we all agree right here. We all agree that murder is worse than rape. I'm like, Mr. Teacher.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Teacher. But we're here now with and I'm curious what Hasan says as a response to that, because when it comes to the younger generation and just my sense of in general that would not be a okay thing to say.
Yeah.
And I brought up the idea of like people that have been raped have committed suicide.
Yes.
Which means they picked their death over having those feelings and that experience in their minds. Straight up.
Yeah.
So on paper, that doesn't make sense, but let's see where these guys go. Here we go.
Ability that I had to be open to. Number two, you're absolutely correct. In the big picture, listen, we all agree killing people is worse than raping them. That should be pretty obvious. As a crime,
nod your fucking
murder ranks higher than rape. Now, some people say don't rank them. No, we always rank them. That's why we have
That's Cornell West talking
murder,
to him.
first
The
degree
ghost of
murder,
Cornell West.
second degree murder, third degree murder. We're always making hierarchies of crimes. We have misdemeanors.
No. That's context, Norm. Sure, social laws. I don't know. What the fuck are we doing? Sir, it's social law, sure. But first and second and third degree murder, it's saying like, okay, you didn't mean to do this, or you're in a moment of passion, or you carefully planned this, over months to kill this person this way. Like, and why you're doing that is it could be mental illness. It could be like straight up like some sort of petty shit. Even on that level, it's actually like contextual, very much so. But when it comes to human suffering, I'm sorry, equal? That's called wisdom, Mr. Norm. Equally bad. Unless you dare to walk in someone else's shoes. If you don't do that, then shut the fuck up. Shut the actual fuck up. And Hasan sitting there nodding his head for his fucking guru in a Hawaiian t-shirt, Hawaiian button-up shirt. His Miami Vice get up. Like, yo, you shouldn't be here either. You guys are fucking lames. You're lames talking to 15-year-olds. You fucking idiots. Here we go. Sorry. That fucking bothers me, man. Here we go.
1,200 people were killed. That's horrible enough. It's not going to change the big picture if rape and sexual violence happen. It's wrong. It's terrible. But the big picture was horrible enough, which actually raised a very interesting question.
Fuck, man.
The interesting question is, if it didn't happen, why did Israel make that their litmus test? That's where they laid down.
Dumb motherfuckers.
They threw down the gauntlet.
These guys are
you
idiots.
You had to agree that sexual violence, including rape, happened,
it's not wisdom,
or you
it's not
became
thought.
the equivalent of a Holocaust
matter of
denier.
fact.
And it was an interesting question. Why did you make that your red line? There was so Israel make that their. If it didn't happen, why did Israel make that their litmus test? That's where they laid down. They threw down the gauntlet. You had to agree that sexual violence, including rape, happened, or you became the equivalent of a Holocaust denier. And it was an interesting question. Why did you make that your red line? There were so many other red lines, killing children.
They made it red line because Nick Fuentes will definitely kill a kid, but he won't rape a kid. That's why. PR narratives for the audience. Just like you guys are, whether you, well, okay, I'll be fair. What it could look like you guys are doing.
He's building a case right now, Jordan.
Yeah, but Sippy Cup Nick said that he'd rather kill a baby than rape one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. No, I remember. Yeah.
So fair enough. Hey, man, maybe
Norm doesn't understand. Like Norm's not on the internet like that. Okay, he's very busy at the archives.
Fair enough.
Pulling out the abolitionists, William Lloyd Garrison, whatever, of Boston. Yeah, so he's busy looking through the microfiche.
Norm, I apologize. I'm sorry, Norm. I didn't get that initially. I get it now, though.
Yeah.
But all right, here we go.
Became the equivalent of a Holocaust denier. And it was an interesting question. Why did you make that
Leave
your
Norm
red line?
alone.
There were so many other red lines.
He's
killing
based.
children.
Frog emoji. Based frog emoji.
And all sorts of other, pretty terrible things happened October 7th. Why did they make that the red line? And that brings us to the next question. Why did they make a red line of something that didn't happen? That to me is a point of reflection. If you look at the record, and I've gone through it as closely as possible, if you look at the record, what do we know? Let's start with the basics. There's no forensic evidence of rape. Now, Israel had a plausible explanation of that. The plausible explanation was they weren't prepared for a crime of this magnitude, 1,200 corpses. And so they processed the bodies very quickly to prepare for the ritual death, the ritual burying.
Yeah.
Okay? They didn't preserve any bodily fluids and any other signs that a rape had occurred. I don't know if it's true or not, but I would say it's certainly plausible. So I was willing to set aside the absence of any forensic evidence of rape. So now you have no forensic evidence of rape. That's going to leave for material evidence. We'll leave witnesses aside for a moment. Material evidence, there's no Pramila Patten, who was the UN Special Envoy, she says very late in her report, she says, no medical legal evidence of rape. And then that brings us to the second material evidence of rape, and that is digital evidence. Now, digital evidence is a very interesting case. So listen up. The most recent report that came out by an Israeli, Dr. Elkayim Levy, she says we have 10,000 photographs and digital segments from October 7th. 10,000. She also says it would take 1,800 hours to go through all of that digital and photographic evidence from October 7th. Now, if you do the simple calculation, which I did, and I was going over it in my mind last night to make sure for your show I don't get it wrong. You know, if you were a single researcher and you were working 8 hours a day, every day of the week, including weekends, do you know how long it would take you to go through all of that digital evidence?
Looking at shit, bro.
How long?
I saw that.
More than 7 months.
With the hammer and sickle.
And it was a very confined area.
It,
It was the Gaza envelope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a first approximation, you could say, not much could have escaped the collective lens of 10,000 photographs and digital segments,
including GoPro camera footage from the militants themselves.
We're going to go through CCTV, traffic cameras, iPhones, on the militants themselves,
ring
body cams, dash cams, GoPros. So now, where was the digital evidence? There isn't one. I hope your viewers will hear this, your listeners. There is not one single frame of Hamas committing
I'm convinced
rape
that Hasan has a bunch of bots in his
sexual violence.
I think he has a bot.
in his chat, yeah.
There's not only just an absence
what they're saying
of any digital
evidence,
evidence,
in my corner of my eye.
which would take 7 months to go through, of all the various technological paraphernalia, CCTV, traffic cameras, body cam, dash cam, GoPro. Not one, not one of rape. Not one of sexual violence. Not one frame. Now, here is the thing that's most perplexing. So in that most recent report...
Actually, you're almost like debunking yourself. Have you said, well, whatever. Maybe he's being sarcastic when he's saying like, hey, murder is worse than rape, right? But apparently if the Israeli government is using propaganda to say, hey, all these rapes happened as a way of like a propaganda tool or a narrative,
Mhm.
I guess they view that the public views that rape is worse than murder by that logic. But that's
Yeah.
kind of whatever, right? Whatever.
Well, he's going to tell you why he thinks that that's the case.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Of sexual violence. Not one frame. Now, here is the thing that's most perplexing. So in that most recent report by Dr. El-Kayem Levy, she says that Hamas instrumentalized all this digital evidence to terrorize Israeli society. They purposely posted horrific pictures on their social media.
Mm-hmm.
They sent pictures to family members. So if Hamas had any pictures of sexual violence or rape, should have posted it, according to her. That's what she said. They were purposely posting horrific images to terrify and terrorize Israeli society. They didn't post anything. So what is the only, in my opinion...
Didn't I see videos of, am I tripping? Of like POV camera angles of these guys, maybe not raping, but like mowing down people and then shooting people?
Yeah, but he's talking about the rape.
Oh, okay, but isn't the other thing also terrorizing in a way?
But yeah, but he's trying to say like, why is this the thing that they use to mobilize? Like, why was the American public like primed or conditioned for that?
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
What's the only possible conclusion? If they didn't post any, it's because they didn't have any such images. And if they didn't have any such images, it's because it never happened.
Yes, including the body camera
Did they have
footage that
murder?
Israel also extracted later down the line as well from
That's
some of
what
the
I would
militants.
ask,
Some of the
Norm.
militants
Yes,
that
the
were
militants,
captured.
they captured and killed. They took the cameras.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Now, you might say, well, Hamas didn't want to damage its reputation by filming that stuff, but there's a problem
But
with
Israel
it.
would present this as evidence.
Well, so you can make the argument maybe they turned off the camera. I don't believe it for a moment. But the problem with it is you said that they were instrumentalizing these pictures in order to terrify and terrorize. So they wouldn't have turned off the camera. They would have purposely photographed it and then transmitted it.
Yeah.
So by their own argument, it couldn't have happened. Now, as I said, there's...
So let's talk about the why.
The why.
Why was rape, sexual assault, like sexual assault directed by Hamas? Why was that the initial line of attack in your, by your estimation, from the Israeli side?
I think there were basically two reasons. First of all of Israeli propaganda is directed at American society. And in the United States, the rape, the dark-hued Arab raping a virginal white woman, it has a deep historical resonance. So it was going to play well here. The second reason, and I probably will get
It's a little bit to that,
criticized for this.
Okay.
It's because of the woke culture. And that's what I think happened with the UN investigations. What happened with the Human Rights Watch investigation. What happened with the Amnesty investigation. That they, because Me Too, believe women.
Because
you're not allowed to question. They don't like Muslims to begin with. These liberal organizations, they don't. I mean, we should be. I mean, I can speak at length about the relationship the human rights organizations had a very different relationship with the West Bank than they did with Gaza. Because in the West Bank, Ramallah is like another metropolis, has a higher standard of living than most big cities in the world. They can relate to that secular culture in Ramallah. They can't relate to Gaza. And so there's always been, by the liberal, secular human rights organizations, the UN Commissions of Inquiry, there's always been a double standard when it came to Gaza. So
are they going with your daughter snuck off with a black dude, like in America and whatever circa year, whatever? Like, is that his idea? He's doing with like, oh my God, a Muslim was,
Yeah, he's saying that's the first reason, but he thinks the major reason is actually because of all the like Me Too stuff and Believe Women, that they had primed society to accept this as true and therefore greenlight the genocide.
Okay, so he's like, okay, here's what Hollywood did with their movies and Black Little Mermaid and the Barbie movie and Girls Ghostbusters 2016. That was priming us for, oh my God, abuse of women, and that'll play for the society by okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had nothing for that, honestly.
Same.
I have nothing for words.
I just let him explain himself. Like, I don't really. I don't want to misrepresent.
I got nothing for that. All right, let's apply. Here we go.
Can relate to that secular culture in Ramallah. They can't relate to Gaza. And so there's always been, by the liberal, secular human rights organizations, the UN Commissions of Inquiry, there's always been a double
Hollywood
standard when it came to Gaza. So I think that there was a certain kind of certainty that you can play that card and get away with it when it came to sexual violence and rape, which in other aspects, the human rights organizations were in bed in their investigations. It was this particular issue where they capitulated, and I think they capitulated because of the woke culture.
So,
okay, so these orgs, yeah, they're getting their stats and their documentation and all that stuff, but if you bring up like sexual violence, now they're triggered out of their minds and they can't see reality anymore, and they're just like they're locked in, they can't. And that was the play, I guess.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why the genocide happened, and that's why he's trying to like justify why he wrote the book that he wrote last about wokeness.
Listen, I can't. I don't know what human rights organizations he's talking about. I can't speak to that at all. I have no fucking clue who he's talking about. Personally, but he should explain that more than just like saying that, like kind of blankly. And once again, pencil neck dweeb, little guy Hasan Piker should like ask questions about that too. There should be like an actual conversation, like, hey, what do you mean by that? Like, I never heard that, or I have, and like let's go over like the details of that, because if there's people listening that haven't heard about that, let's go over that. Right, guy? Right.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going to be like, it's chapter 2 of his book.
If you want to know, just buy his book. You don't know. And get the hard copy too. Get the fucking hard copy. Don't Amazon, Kindle this shit. Get the hard copy. Fuck me, dude. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, woke is dead, and Norm killed it himself.
It's not dead enough.
He destroyed it himself. He destroyed woke.
And then he starts talking about like identity politics and stuff, and how like, and then he kept, okay, it was kind of weird because he was like, yeah, like Zoran Mamdani, his platform didn't have any identity politics, but his name is Zoran Mamdani, so it's like that's automatically identity politics. He's not white. I'm like, wait, I didn't know like being white was not an identity politic. I did like, it was just kind of weird. I'm like,
Let me ask you, and it's half a joke, but is it? I don't know. Is it bullshittery, or is it Norm being old? once again, half joke, half real question. Go ahead. What do you think?
I think honestly, I think he is kind of embarrassed about the book that he wrote last, and he needs to like justify it still. I'm dead ass. Like that's where I'm at.
Like sales embarrassed or like
No, like
critical
content and the criticism it got.
Okay.
And yeah. And the lack of like right-wing engagement. Because I don't even know if that was really his audience. I didn't know if he really thought it was gonna like take off. And it wasn't even that like he wasn't making criticisms that were true, but it was just the way that the whole thing happened. And I mean, and he worked with a lot of these kind of, identity politics, right? Professors in academia, and they all like shunned him. And I think he's upset, and thought it was going to go differently.
Got it. So he's
partially, yeah.
He's Shakespeare, put a play on, and he's like, "Oh, you're booing? What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Huh? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Something's not right here. This is a culture, man. The culture changed, and it's not right." Okay.
It's interesting, yeah. But I could be wrong. Maybe that doesn't bother him at all.
Well, I'll be fair.
But I watch those interviews.
Yep, I'll be fair. I'll be fair to Norm, right? I haven't looked into it.
No, but I'm saying like I saw it when it was happening, when he published the book. I saw the interviews that he was going on. I saw who he was talking to. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
flailing.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Listen, Norm,
sad.
Norm, listen. I don't know. All right, be fair to you, Norm. I have no clue. Yeah. Maybe this duck is lying. Okay.
Maybe I am.
So you know what, Norm? Don't feel so bad. Okay. Jordan, I'm still looking out for you, Norm. Okay, I got your back. I had no clue what happened here.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't know. I mean, he does say something weird about Candace Owens before, or toward the end, where he's like talking about how he doesn't say like don't bite the hand that feeds, but in a way it's like, well, nobody else would have me on, and she had me on, and I still disagree with her about Freud and all the Sabbatean Frankist Talmud Chabad conspiracies, but it was kind of funny the way he was telling it, but it was almost kind of like, well, she had me on, so I'm not gonna like completely diss her.
If you would have told me this 10 years ago, I'd be rolling on the ground laughing. I would be rolling on the ground laughing. I swear to God. The Norm Candace crossover episode.
He said she kept bothering him about Freud being a pedophile after the interview. He's like, she's got a lot. That woman has a lot of energy. After we finished the interview, after 2.5 hours, she was still bothering me about Freud. She wouldn't let it go. I'm like, oh my God.
This is brilliant. Like, fuck. You know what? I get the kids. Where's my frog emoji? And just be like, yo, bro. It's like sign me up, because this is what we're watching, I guess. This is where we're at. Apparently. One of the elder fathers of political theory and shit like that. This guy, right, is now on Hasan's stream as Miami Norm. He's now here like this.
And and he doesn't even know he's on Twitch, okay? He thinks it's a podcast, because he was like,
he knows.
Well, Hasan, your name wasn't in the podcast top list.
He's got a burner account. He's in the chat all the time, bro. He knows, man.
You think so? I don't know if he's on. He might be on YouTube, but I don't think he's on Twitch, because I'm not even on Twitch.
He's got a burner in the chat, bro. No fucking chance. He's in it, bro.
Gnome does not know.
He's just like,
I don't believe it.
Like, why, Hasan? Why is this microphone orange? I don't understand. Like,
well, he did claim that he doesn't even use the webmaster for like search. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, so what are you doing? Looking at encyclopedias? What? No way.
Listen, Norm, just give it up, man. Give it up, Norm. Pause. Let it fly, man. Tell the world what's going on.
He said he doesn't even know how to drive. He doesn't own a cell phone. He only checks his emails periodically, and that somebody does his social media for him. who he called his webmaster. He's like, I can
His
call the webmaster when I get
webmaster.
home, and
His geek squad, just like, yeah. Some kid, I'm trying to help him out, to pay him,
webmaster.
$10 an hour. Like, yeah, go ahead. Edit my shit.
Like, what the fuck?
Nah,
Probably his nephew or something.
I don't believe it, bro. He's on fucking Google Gemini 24/7.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
what
knows
is this
all- he's got
phenomenon?
Premium.
He's calling his nieces and nephews like, what is this thing called Gemini over here? Like, what is this? It's magic. Tell me about it, kids. Please.
It knows all about me.
It knows my books. Who else knows my books like that?
He just asks it questions about what it thought about this his argument versus like whoever, Benny Morris or whoever he's fucking feuding with.
So Gemini, who won that argument? Like, be honest too. Who won? He's just of course you, Norm. All right. Let's play more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. There we go.
In their investigations,
Oh
it
my
was
God,
this
there's an
particular
hour
issue
and 40 minutes
where they capitulated. And I think they
After this.
capitulated because of the woke culture.
So you then
I mean, there were points where it's just
talked over
because
that.
of the
The woke
particular
culture.
organizations were in bed in their investigations. It was this particular issue where they
also, by the way,
capitulated.
there's
I
just
think
like
they
at least like
capitulated
10 times where he just completely cuts off Hasan and just talks over it and just says what
Wait.
he wants to say.
Even with the
After
jump
he's like,
cuts?
yeah, you need to toughen up. It's like, you a fucking bully.
Get off my fucking front
fucking
lawn,
bully.
kid. I just mowed the fucking thing. Get off my front lawn. Fuck you.
God.
Is he old Manning? Am I a boomer?
Mm.
Am I a boomer? Boom! A fucking boomer.
Literally. That's what he's doing. Because he just runs over him and he's like, yeah, we'll get back to that. Let me finish this point that I was making over here. It's like, bro, like, he's not trying to hear all that. Like,
Yeah, sure, son. Anyways, yeah.
literally.
All right.
It's like, okay.
All right, here we go.
the human rights organizations were in bed in their investigations. It was this particular issue where they capitulated. And I
These
think they
pink-haired,
capitulated because of the
blue
woke
head
culture.
leftists.
So you then
I mean, there were points where it's just I mean, it was really, I have to say, it was stomach churning. So they want to prove, let's say, take the case of the UN Commission of Inquiry. It was headed by Navi Pillay, who was the former High Commissioner for Human Rights, a respected figure in South Africa. She's a South African of Indian descent. So she knows there's no evidence of sexual violence.
I'll rewind, but the editor's like, skip. Anyways, you can see some kid just like,
Don't care. Zip.
anyways. All right, here we go. That's hilarious.
like- Zip it, keep it tight.
And the person from South Africa, skip.
Yep. Don't care.
All right.
Anyway, yep. So she is this after 5 minutes.
All right, here we go.
Let's say, take the case of the UN Commission of Inquiry. It was headed by Navi
Hasan
Pillay,
looks
who was the former High Commissioner for Human Rights.
weird to me.
A respected
Like he
figure in
lost
South
weight or
Africa.
something.
She's a South African of Indian descent. So she
Not in a
knows
bad way.
there's no evidence of sexual violence. She knows that.
Mhm.
No, you fucking talked over it. No, I'm playing it again. You know,
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
you know, Indian descent. It's skip. Just like, I'll play that again. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Here we go.
It was stomach churning. So they want to prove, let's say, take the case of the UN Commission of Inquiry. It was headed by Navi Pillay, who was the former High Commissioner for Human Rights, a respected figure in South Africa. She's a South African of Indian descent. So she knows there's no evidence of sexual violence. She knows that. She knows there's
That
no
shit is fucking
forensic
complicated.
evidence.
They did. They
There's
deleted.
evidence. And she has to go along with the woke culture.
It's basically Norm
So
go
what
like,
does she do?
This lady's from
says,
South Africa.
well,
Anyways,
we
like,
saw
skipping it.
pictures of
Cut it that way.
women hostages who were taken
Fuck, man.
and that they were placed on motor scooters or motorcycles between two Hamas militants. So you think to yourself, yeah,
What?
okay, there's a woman placed between, and we all know
That's what I'm
taking
saying.
hostages
There's
is
certain
wrong.
Don't make
Not a complicated question. But what does this have to do with sexual violence?
The editor couldn't follow
by
the
placing
conversation anymore.
two Hamas militants
You
in
might
the
go
front and
with-
back of her. Hamas was guilty.
It's almost like
expression,
Gaddafi. Might go with here.
coerced intimacy.
Gaddafi
Hey,
and his
like,
female
us-
bodyguard
this is-
thing, like that
But is there
story.
a new rule of international law? If you take a woman hostage, you have to book an Uber. I mean, this is just stupid.
What?
But they were so desperate, clutching at straws.
Well, someone
to
got
come up
taken
with an
hostage.
argument.
That-
As I said,
whatever.
I think it was
He's basically
large
saying
part-
just because they
first of
took
all,
them
it's the
hostage doesn't
revolution
mean they
against,
raped them.
Muslim
like,
men.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a woke brain virus as to why that became so cared about versus just like taking someone hostage or killing someone
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, Miami Vice, Norm. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, take the colors off your shirt and put it on your book cover. I'm just saying, like, just do that. Why not? Make it colorful. Make it appeal.
Who do you think curated Hassan's studio? Do they change out the memes every once in a while? Like, oh my God, Bernie Sanders with mittens and
It's actually funny that
some dog.
it's funny that Hassan's like kind of dressed like Noam Chomsky 1960s looking ass shit. Like even the haircut, like the style of it, and the glasses.
The glasses.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just like oh,
The
okay.
lavender.
Meanwhile, Norm's like, yo, so we hitting the beach or what? Where are we going?
Right? He's like, we're going to the boardwalk or what? We're in California.
Are we like pre-gaming here or like going to the bars like directly? Like, what are we doing?
Are there margaritas? Like, isn't Mexico across the way? Is Mexico close by? Try to get some tacos. Al Pastor. Up in this bitch.
Norm's colors are popping off, bro. It is what it is. All right, here we go.
In large part, first of all, it's the revulsion against Muslim men. And they were honest about that, by the way. They said in the human rights reports that Israel in particular was targeting Muslim young men and older men. That was clearly a target. I think they even called it acts of extermination or crimes against humanity. But the truth of the matter is they all carry that prejudice. And the Israelis knew that prejudice would resonate in the United States in particular. And the truth is very few people challenged it. I mean, there were people who challenged it, no question about it. But it took a certain amount of, I don't want to call it courage, but you knew that you were going against the current. People.
Okay, so I saw a caption, I believe, of this interview where where he brings the other idea of like you said, like Candace and Tucker, of like these guys are not the real deal. Like they're leaning towards anti-Semitism essentially, right? Or sorry, not Candace, my bad. With Tucker, I like in particular.
Yes, he makes a distinction. He said Candace is not politically dangerous, but Tucker is. Or can be if the economy collapses.
Like they're going too far, or sorry, he's going too far, or people like him are going too far, which is what we heard in other interviews, right? Past interviews.
But he said only under specific circumstances, like if the economy gets fucked up again, then he said they're going to blame it on the Jews. When Tucker becomes president, and either Thomas Massey or MTG is his vice president.
And poor hostage. Speaking of hostages, poor Hassan has to sit here and be like, yeah, yep, okay. It's just sit here.
Looking at his chat.
It's twiddling his fucking thumbs. Okay, fair enough. Here we go.
But you knew that you were going against the current. People like Sheryl Sandberg, the former chief operating officer of Meta.
Sounds punching everything he can. He's punching every attention he can.
He did this documentary called Screams.
He can't. They're like, we got to squeeze it into 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah, you compared it to D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation, arguing that she leans in on primordial racialized tropes of the feral, dark-hued rapist to mobilize Western psychic demons, similar to how Birth of a Nation incited lynchings of black people.
And the thing with Sheryl Sandberg is no fool. We should be clear about that. She attended Harvard. She studied economics.
Is that Harvard?
She was the
For
top
real?
economics student in her class.
She was?
Sheryl Sandberg knows
Oh,
what
what a
evidence
fucking-
is.
so
This is
smart.
not some Deborah Lipstadt. This is somebody who has high standards of evidence.
That was his poor argument with the idea of which I also disagree with, the idea of like the US being captured by Israel and that's why they're doing what they're doing. He's like, but his answer was like, these people are smart. They went to big universities. You don't think Dick Cheney's smart? You don't see that? Like, I think he's a fucking idiot, personally. But for different reasons, but still a fucking idiot. But no, I don't think they're captured either. They're gangsters in the game of gangsterism, with what other Israeli leaders are doing too, and Saudi Arabia and Iran and all these fucking countries out there. They're doing the same fucking things. To me personally, that's my personal opinion. But
No, I mean that's what it is. It's like you fucking go around killing, shooting, pillaging, acting like a fucking psychopath.
Yep.
With your friends.
Yep.
And you have each other's back.
But Norm's like, yo, they went to Harvard, so like they're smart. They know better. They went to Yale or Harvard or some other fucking high.
So like
school.
they had more connections, so they could like hurt more people.
Exactly.
Fucking pathological behavior.
Exactly.
Because like what? Like it's not. I don't know.
There's other people that are
Most
like
of us aren't like that.
Exactly. There's other people that are like quote unquote book smart. They're like, yo, I would never just like do this to like I'd never like murder 10 people to like make $1 million. Like, no, I'm not doing that. That's terrible. Actually, I want nothing to do with that. So you can call them dumb for not doing that. And these guys are smart.
You don't want to get ahead.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous standards, and
stupid.
That's at the core of. Sorry, Norm. The core of the shit. And Hasan is a brainchild of that type of thinking, of lack of wisdom, lack of like actual substance for human beings. It really is like very political, I guess. Very role based. What role are you playing? Now you're smart all of a sudden. Like, no, they're not fucking smart. I'm sorry. These are dumb fucks. These are dumb people, in my humble opinion. Shout out to Jack Posobiec, by the way. Dumb fuck.
Actually, when I was talking about this with Anthony earlier, when I sent him the video and I told him to watch that part, he was saying that it made him feel like Norm was treating people like like this is a video game. Like he made some sort of connection to that. It's kind of interesting.
Wait, what? Wait. Okay.
Like, because he was basically saying like they like treat it like they treat like human beings like avatars, or like you're kind of in a video game, like it's almost like not real.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I unfortunately, I consider that possibility, and intuitively, I think I agree on intuition.
And he said, and Norm is too old to be a bot.
Too old to be a what? To be what?
To be a bot.
Hey man, he's a forefather. He's one of the founding fathers of, I guess, thinking on planet Earth, apparently. Yeah. And we must follow what he says, because where's your Norm at, huh? Where's your fucking Norm at? I got mine. Where's yours? But all right, let's apply.
Oh yeah, and he was like, "Is this Michael Tracy's like teacher?" Like, what? Like, there's no evidence, no video evidence.
Michael's godfather. All right, let's apply that. Let's apply. I think I actually want to end this. I think I'm actually like, the brain rot it's too palpable right now. But let's apply. Here we go.
But then when
and
it came
I want to
to
play
this,
Apex too. Won't lie.
just it's the cause. It's the cause. In the cause, there's the cause and there are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
And the facts are trivial.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Just one joke. Chappelle show. Have you ever like sat on your hand, made it go numb, and then whack off? They call it the stranger. and Hasan's like, yep. That's what I fucking thought of right there. Okay.
He he's not even paying attention
I know he's in a different
at all.
world.
Which section are you in?
Timestamp
I think,
wise,
yeah, because I think he
uh,
goes on about some like judge or something for a while. I
genocide.
don't really.
I'm gonna way past that. The fuck. All right, we're almost at this next sexual violence by Israelis. Basically, the next timestamp, like less than a minute away. Where we're at.
Okay,
Here.
I think there's
we're past the 55-minute mark for the thing you dropped.
Oh yeah. No, I was saying like the other part. I don't know what those are saying.
Listen, give me a timestamp. I will click to it as far as the topic goes.
Maybe like anti-Semitism is not systemic. No.
Okay,
Zionism and Judaism. Where's the Candace part?
I can keyword search for that, maybe? Try that.
Oh, okay, right there. It says Candace Owens. I think that's like the last part.
Oh my god. I didn't see that there. Candace Owens. This is like all these topics is like Candace Owens.
Yep.
I'm ready. I'll jump to that right now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Here. Because listen, Hasan has like pipers to pay. He does. He's like,
he does.
I can't just buy into I can't just go with Candace Owens. I can't do that because we're like she's the right, I'm the left. This cannot be allowed based on my character I created and my pseudo intellectuality of an image. And Norm's like, but she's like a good girl. She's a good girl.
Well, but then he also says, well, people shouldn't be telling Norm who he should speak to if he's going to be talking about the Palestinians. Like, so.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let me reset it real quickly. Reset this for the lag. All right, here we go.
Believe that's fine. For me, that's an ideological question. It's not a political question. You can believe whatever you want. But on the practical political
but can you believe women?
Do you think there should be a state which privileges one ethnic group over another? And that to me is the way Mamdani handled it, and I thought it was correct. It was very well done.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's see. So I wanted to talk to you, and thank you. This has been 3 hours now that we've been talking. I know you brought up, I think you said you had a conversation with Candace Owens.
Norm, I've been counting.
45
Okay,
minutes.
well, we passed that point.
Candace Owens, I'll tell you one thing I was impressed by.
You were impressed by Candace Owens?
She has absolutely limitless energy.
Okay.
Do you know when we got off the interview, she was still after me about
the way he paused right there, the way we got off. That interview.
The interview.
That delay was kind of crazy. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Jokes aside.
They didn't cut that out.
Jokes aside. They know what they're doing, bro. All right. Here we go.
I was impressed by.
You were impressed by Candace Owens?
She has absolutely limitless energy.
Okay.
Do you know when we got off?
She has limitless energy when we got off.
Freud and what a pervert he was, and how it was, and a child molester.
So
I was very impressed by her
when we got
reserves of sheer physical energy.
Yeah. So you sat down with Candace Owens, you discussed your books. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I don't know if you saw this, but she was waving around the copy of the Talmudic Jew. And it's, she is very anti-Semitic. And what's actually kind of ironic about this, maybe you'll find, you'll appreciate the irony here, is that Candace Owens, as well as Nick Fuentes, actually got a lot of their early notes. And Candace Owens' career is entirely concocted by David Horowitz and then later Ben Shapiro, two very conservative Jewish Americans. David Horowitz, former Trotskyist, turned Islamophobe neocon. And Ben Shapiro is also obviously very, very pro-Israel. And what I've always found interesting is that Candace Owens was anti-Semitic before she got hired at the Daily Wire. And that wasn't a problem for Ben. But she only got fired from the Daily Wire because she was anti-Semitic and had become anti-Israel.
But forgive me. Anti-Semitic. Now, it's not because I think Candace's character is above that. It's more so that's bad for business. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I just don't believe that. That'd be bad for business. Like, actually, like, yes, she'll wink and nod and dog whistle a certain direction for the sake of business. But her actual personal feelings, there's no way I get that idea from there. No,
She doesn't
no,
give a fuck.
yeah, I don't think she gets
clearly.
yeah, she
Zero
is.
fucks.
I mean,
She's getting paid. And
I mean, like in words and dog whistles, she's shit on black people. Like, I mean, blatantly, I would say, about her like her PragerU
but that's not
and
paying. So it's like now she's moving on to something else.
and Hasan like with like a politician suit on with the glasses. Sorry, a 1960s politician look like going on. She's an anti-Semite, a raging anti-Semite. Like, but that's like what Ben Shapiro's saying. We're in the similar suits too, in the same things. It's like, what the? Wait a minute.
Actually, Ben Shapiro doesn't even wear a tie.
Oh, okay, he's more casual. Fair enough to him.
Mm-hmm.
More casual, but still, like the talking points are like, what? That's weird to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear more. That's kind of weird. Here we go.
Obviously very, very pro-Israel. And what I've always found interesting is that Candace Owens was anti-Semitic before she got hired at the Daily Wire.
Hasan sneeze, cut it
and
out.
That wasn't a problem for Ben. But she only got fired from the Daily Wire because she was anti-Semitic and had become anti-Israel. This obviously feeds into the growing American anti-Semitic.
I'm sorry. I'll play that one more time. He became anti-Semitic and anti-Israel. But isn't that like the narrative that like Netanyahu does, like of like inflation of one and the other, right? Kind of. And that's what Hasan gets hit with when it comes to, I guess, the naysayers or the guys against them, right? Or the propagandists against Hasan Piker. Isn't that the idea? Hey guys, I'm anti-Israel, but you call me anti-Semitic. But really, I'm just anti-Israel. I'm anti-imperialism, and I'm anti-ethno-states, right? Whatever the fuck he says, right? Like that's literally the same. Okay.
I think in his mind, it's like, no, but she's actually an anti-Semitic.
I wish I was in his mind versus like, I think he's like playing PR too, personally.
Or, you know what I mean? Like just in terms of what he's selling.
Oh,
like,
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. That was just like a crazy statement. Here we go.
From the Daily Wire because she was anti-Semitic and had become anti-Israel. This obviously feeds into the growing American anti-Semitic movement.
He said because she was always
goes from the, I guess, nascent anti-Semitism, stereotyping of Jews.
Hitler
I jokingly refer to it as, most Americans who don't live in these major cities where a lot of Jewish people live in have this attitude where it's like, yeah, Jews control the media, but I like Seinfeld. It's very funny. Or, Jews control the banking system, but they're very good with money, and I want my accountant to be a Jewish guy. So that's normally the attitude. But all of a sudden,
I know many Muslims who absolutely demand.
I want my lawyer to be the guy from Carlito's Way.
But what becomes a problem, that nascent attitude of stereotyping of Jews becomes a problem when all of a sudden that level of power is, from the eyes of the majority, that level of power is being used to silence dissent, to speak out against critics of Israel, and to purchase media properties, as the Ellisons are doing currently, to turn them into more pro-Trump and more pro-Israel outlets, which is laughable because they were already super pro-Israel. That is, I think, our point of agreement. But I wanted to hear what your perspective is on Candace Owens in particular, as someone who is...
I feel like I hear him playing politics so much with his rhetoric firsthand. Pro-Trump, and then
like his uncle,
then pro-Israel. But like in this modern time right now, I think you'd say pro-Israel first, as in like that's the main thing, based on the way these guys talk. I would think, or his audience is like probably feeling right because Trump is once again Trump's gone soon. And it's more like, oh, listen, Trump's owned by a fucking Miriam Adelson and all that shit, right? I would think he'd like lean into that shit before, but whatever. Okay, maybe just I don't know. I'm just like over paying attention to every fucking syllable this fucking kid says. Honestly, this fucking dweeb says. But all right, here we go.
Just laughable because they were already super pro-Israel. That is, I think, our point of agreement. But I wanted to hear what your perspective is on Candace Owens in particular, as someone who is, like, I think you and I both agree, very anti-Semitic, who's also mentioned in the dual anti-Semitism condemnation bill that I was on where they put me and Candace Owens side by side to try to apply pressure to the platforms that have me on, the claim that I'm anti-Semitic as well as her.
First of all, as a general
channel.
rule, I have to
They
be
keep complaining me
serious
with her.
about this, and I suspect you'll be serious too. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Candace Owens had me on her program.
Oh, he does say that.
twice. And just as a factual matter, I was, with one exception, for 10 minutes. I was never on.
I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm rewinding. Sebs, you said this, but it's still like crazy, crazy to hear out loud. Still, for me, I'm like, oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, Hasan, young Hasan. Yes, that's right. Fold your legs like an Indian. Do that.
He's quoting Pastor Jardula right now. Sorry.
You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, okay? My fucking parents told me that during the Holocaust. They said, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." What a fucking disgrace of a statement. You think you're here for truth telling, Norm? Right? That's your point. No disgrace. No Miami outfits. You're here for truth, and that's it. Being honest, that is it. Hand that feeds you. What? It makes you a slave, you fucking idiot. Here we go. Whatever.
Anti-Semitism condemnation bill that I was on, where they put me and Candace Owens side by side to try to apply pressure to the platforms that have me on, the claim that I'm anti-Semitic as well as her.
First of all, as a general rule, I have to be serious about this, and I suspect you'll be serious too. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Candace Owens had me on her program.
He said it like
twice.
Corleone and the fucking
just
Godfather.
As a factual matter, I was, with one exception, for 10 minutes. I was never on even Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera.
It's about family, Michael.
3 years. I think it's acknowledged that I'm the world's leading academic authority on Gaza.
Yeah.
The entire network.
No, you're fucking not. No
me.
offense.
And
sorry, Norm. No, you're fucking not. Because you can have factoids all day and night. You can have your personal point of view all day and night, which is important, right? Your own personal point of view. But guess what? When it comes to a scenario, please, all wisdom, come to the table and go from there. Are you providing wisdom or just politics? Factoids or fucking wisdom? What are you doing? So, sorry, you're not a fucking authority on anything. I didn't need you for this topic at all, honestly. All I need is my fucking questions, honestly. It'll take me way further than you like stopping at a certain point. Oh, you know, these wokesters out here, like, you'll get my way, actually. Like, get the fuck out of my way, honestly. Forgive me, that's a little bit of pride there, me saying that. But it's like, who the fuck are you again? When it comes to righteousness, guess what? There is no fucking, there's no self-trophies for things. Sorry. If I see you, like, holding a trophy up, get the fuck out. You're in my way. Get out of my way. I want all the fucking truth I can get my hands on, period. All the wisdom I can get my hands on, period. Not, oh my god, let me, like, holster Norm on my fucking shoulders. Like, oh, here's the champion. Here he is. The authority on things. Fuck out of here. I wish whatever young people think that way too. Whatever the fuck. Here we go.
This is a factual matter. I was, with one exception, for 10 minutes. I was never on even Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera blacklisted me. 3 years. I think it's acknowledged that I'm the world's leading academic authority on Gaza.
Yeah.
The entire network blacklisted me. And mainstream media in the U.S. asking, was I on one network
the dog's
program?
Like, free me.
No.
Wait. The dog's like, you free me. Help. Yo, Norm, help. I'm here. I'm in the back closet over here. Help me out, please. Woof, woof, help.
Yeah.
Norm
like, says he doesn't like dogs too. Like, he said,
wait.
Dog doesn't live.
Like allergic
Norm
or
said, Norm. He said, he told Hasan that he was glad his dog didn't live in his upstairs apartment, like in his house.
But like allergic
Like,
or
damn.
like
No, he
just
just
like
doesn't. I don't
like
think
them.
he likes noisy.
Which means Hassan's like, yeah, my best friend, a man's best friend. Sorry, you have to like wait outside. Norm's here.
Yeah.
And you hear this fool barking like, yo, I'm out here, bro. Norm's like, yo, shut that fucking dog up. Shut him up. I hear him. He's interrupting the authority on Gaza studies. He's interrupting me right now. How dare you? Sorry, YouTube. I'm just making fun. But also, it's kind of truth to it. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Blacklisted me. And mainstream media in the U.S. asked me, was I on one network program? No. Television network program? No.
It doesn't.
Was
I know
I
you,
on,
Norm. I know
any
the real Norm. I know who
liberal
you are.
Podcast? No. It was just a handful, a very small
Hassan
handful. So,
sorry, one more joke. Hassan hit the buzzer right there. He's like, I was like, woof, woof. He's like,
Bro,
bzz.
that's so fucked up.
He hit the doorbell right there. He's
Actually, so fucked up.
he hit the call-in buzzer like in the apartments. It's like, zzz.
Oh my god. Poor
Sorry.
dog.
I know. All right, here we go.
Was I on one network program? No. Television network program? No. Was I on any liberal podcast? No.
Oh my
Just a
God.
handful.
I heard a dog drop. Dude, I heard a noise drop in the background. Sorry, YouTube. I heard it like a noise, like a thud in the background. Here we go.
It could have been like a ball or something.
Whatever. Here we go. I'm playing it again. I hear it. I hear it.
Television network program? No. Was I on any liberal podcast?
I don't know what the
no.
fuck that
It was
is,
just
dude.
a
I don't know
handful,
what that
a
is.
very small handful. So
It sounds
I
like
have to
wiping
be
his
careful,
brow is like,
just out of
hit the buzzer.
pure,
Okay.
propriety.
You hear a thud in the background.
She had me on. She had me on twice. And she let me speak. There were moments where I significantly disagreed with her, and I was able to say what I wanted. Now, on the question of anti-Semitism, I'll be
I'm just thinking of jokes right
fancy
now,
word,
forgive me.
nuanced. And you can disagree with me.
Somebody shut
or
that
agree
fucking
with me.
dog
I
up.
don't consider
I hear
Candace Owens
Is he
a political
Israeli?
menace. She
that fucking
carries
dog up.
around prejudices about Jews. As I say, everybody carries around prejudices.
That dog sounds like a
about
wokester.
Everybody. Okay?
Shut him up.
The question
Shut
is,
that woke
now
dog
that a
up.
person carries prejudices,
Fuck me, dude.
I'm sure, and I'm not saying this in any way disparagingly, I'm sure you do think Jews are cheap. That's just a
Wait, what?
prejudice that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Carries-
What was that?
Okay. The question is
It's a
not whether
callback to
person
something else they were.
carries prejudices. I'm
Okay.
sure, and I'm not saying this in any way disparagingly, I'm sure you do think Jews are cheap. That's just a prejudice that a stereotype
Hypothetical
people
of
carry.
someone who's talking
Does
to
it
you,
have
right?
any
Or like
political
a
consequence?
replay of a situation.
In
Okay.
my opinion, no. It's a prejudice that people carry with them. I won't say for better or for worse, obviously, but only God knows how many prejudices I carry around with me in situations, as a professor, categorizing students.
Probably not the best way to go about that, Norm. How about call it all wrong? And then actually, I worked on myself to not have those to not have those thoughts or ideas or that direction. That probably like a better answer.
Or I tried to understand why I had those ideas.
Exactly.
when,
Exactly.
Well,
we all have them. It's not for me the correct answer in regards to that, but it's our guru, Miami Vice, Norm. There we go. I mean, these guys are the fucking heroes. Actually, they're the heroes.
I won't say for better or for worse. For worse, obviously, but only God knows how many prejudices I carry around with me in situations, as a professor, categorizing students on first meeting them. The question is not whether I
do that.
his dog's like,
on first
you're
meeting them.
prejudiced against me, bitch.
You shouldn't do that, Norm. Like, students when I first meet them, like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you have a bias, like, make them earn it. I guess at least to some degree. Of like, this guy's like an asshole. I'll okay, he's probably like this type of person. Like, don't just fucking you look a certain way. Just like I'm just meeting you right now. You're probably like that. Like that's kind of I get intuition, but like Jesus Christ, Norm, A teacher? Are you a teacher? You know, in that sense,
Mhm.
the actual merits of an actual teacher. Are you actually that in that sense? That's kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
all right, empathy towards discrimination, I guess. I get it. I understand.
guess.
I do the same thing. Hasan, shut that fucking dog up real fast. Thank you, thud. Thanks, thank you, Hasan. Thank you. Anyways, all right, here we go. I can't get
Only
over that.
God knows how many prejudices I carry around with me
You
in
shouldn't, though. You should
situations,
work on that.
as a professor, categorizing students on first meeting them. The question is not whether I characterize them on first meeting them. I do. It's a prejudice. The question is, do I give them a chance to prove themselves, or does the prejudice manifest itself in them getting a lesser grade? That's when a prejudice becomes a, so to speak, political problem.
Okay.
The woke terminology is subconscious bias.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think everybody carries subconscious biases. The problem with the woke, people is they have no idea how the human consciousness works, and they think you can like interrupt racism. As if you can pull an emergency cord in the subway, interrupt racism. It was just complete crap. But I don't want to be.
I think it's, you know what it is?
Let's Hasan. The problem with these wokes is that they just automatically judge, and they're very they're mean towards people, like just without even knowing them, with no experience. They don't know these people at all. They're so mean to them. Hasan, shut that fucking dog up. Last chance, Hasan. Shut that fucking dog up, okay? Anyways, you shouldn't be so mean to people and mean to other beings.
When the dog finally comes in, I think he literally tells Hasan, like, if that dog lived above me, it would either be me or the dog. And Hasan just slowly pushed his dog. That shit made me laugh.
Listen, Hasan. Summer's almost over. I'm gonna need a winter coat, and I see your dog right there. I might need a future coat out of this. I don't like dogs too much, okay? All right, here we go. But yeah, this is ridiculous. With the whole
yeah.
Once again, I'll be fair. To be fair to him, Sebs, honestly, it's I don't know if it's a language barrier to some degree, and like what are you explaining? Like how are you explaining it? And what do you mean by what you're saying? Like that because he's just saying wokeology, woke. I don't know what does that mean exactly?
He has a whole book about it where he defines it.
Well, in this interview, I'm like, what do you mean by all this? Honestly,
yeah.
Well,
he thinks anything that's not normal, I guess, identity.
What does that fucking mean for
politics.
this guy? What does that fucking mean for him?
That's
it's so
white, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
It's just
because he also plays identity politics. He always brings up his Judaism and stuff, right? Oh, stop!
Yeah.
That's identity.
Woke comes from the being conscious.
No.
No, but I'm
there's
saying
just an actual
how
word
he
of that,
defines
and then
it.
what Norm is doing, which I think is
What
different.
Norm is doing in this
And
interview.
Norm will bring up his parents,
In his
right?
book.
He will, right? When it comes to the Holocaust and shit like that, right? He'll bring that up to hey, my family was in the Holocaust, so clear off your crocodile tears, right? As a point, hey, here's my identity and where I come from, so thus, I'm over you over that, or sorry, on that, right? I'm above you on that. Essentially, he does that. So I'm trying to figure what's his fucking point, and then also this pussy Hasan just yes, professor, yes, sir, yep, it's not
I don't trust Hasan.
In his fucking Miami Vice getup. What is this? What is this? And he looks tan.
Cool.
Is he in Florida
cool.
now? Norm
Cool.
Finkelstein.
Is he a lecturer or is he have to play the fucking crap
No,
tables?
I don't think he even works at.
Is he
that
playing
university
roulette right
anymore.
now, or is he a lecturer in politics? I can't.
No,
tell.
I think he got he's not working in the university anymore. They can't take the heat.
Well, he's at the crap tables for sure. Look at that outfit, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
He's
or playing blackjack.
He's
or something.
7K on black right now.
Hit me.
He's rolling the fucking
Hit
thing.
Me.
He's playing blackjack.
Damn it.
He's at 19. He's like, yo, hit. Yo, hit me up here. He's risking it all, man.
Hit me again.
Like, listen, I'm old. I'm letting it fly, man. Letting it fly.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Just saying.
Just becomes a, so to speak, political problem.
The woke terminology is subconscious bias.
Yeah, I think everybody carries subconscious biases. The problem with the woke, people is they have no idea how the human consciousness works.
He sounds
and
like
they
an
think
old
you can
person. Sounds like Jimmy Dore, like an old guy.
interrupt racism. As if you can pull an emergency cord in the subway, interrupt racism. It was just complete crap. But I don't want to be.
I think it's, you know what it is? I sometimes sound like a broken record. I haven't really spoken that much today, even though I speak for 8 hours a day normally.
True, with
it is ultimately a capitalist manifestation.
Huh?
I think it's a very corporate way to approach humans, where you are supposed to present yourself as a brand. A brand is what? Sanitized. A brand is perfect. A brand can't be one way or another, right? It's supposed to be the most manicured version of yourself.
I can't stand that dude, Hasan.
The problem with the core approach, even in academia, on a lot of these identity politics,
he is just like his fucking uncle.
Biases, implicit biases, is that we take away the humanity, the imperfections of humanity from the conversation.
Like straight up.
His Uncle Shank need to get shanked.
Vessels.
Oh my God.
Okay, well,
Brands. That's the problem.
I don't agree with that.
The human mind is very complex. I mean, any
shanked by wisdom and truth. How about that?
I should say every 8-year-old.
Rainbow shanks.
Whatever.
Rainbow shanks.
Shake them with a plastic. You can shake them with a plastic fork.
What you call subconscious prejudices.
Metaphorically.
It's the chances of being
and physically
in any foreseeable timeline.
He's made a Play-Doh shaker with a plastic fork, bro.
So
he's so Play-Doh.
Some ideals.
He'll live. You know what I mean? Catch a couple of stitches. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna puncture no kidneys or nothing.
I just don't see that as a priority.
Something internal to it.
The priority has to be trying to give people a fair chance in a system that's robbing them of their past, robbing them of their present, and giving them no hope whatsoever for the future. And so that's why I believe
that makes sense to me in words.
Bernie Sanders and his progeny, they are correct in what they're focusing on.
Well, I guess I do that with Bernie.
Jobs.
No.
In some respects.
Nope. No. Because Bernie is a human being too. So guess what? He's part of the game. He's part of life. So we can't just ignore certain things. You can't just do that. That is not allowed. You can't be all for Medicare for all, but ignore people being blown up too, or actually supporting it and voting for it in his past, at least, right? Without addressing it in the future, right? Hey man, maybe you fucked up and you didn't know what was going on, but now you do know, right? You know now, right? With us, tell everyone about, address it now for everyone to say, please, Bernie. But he's too pussy, coward, and probably bought in already at this point. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
both of them, and Hasan's acting like one, like he. Is
I know. Our intellectual at the times, Hasan Piker. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at him in a suit.
Look at his kind of dry colored suit. Love it.
Today. He don't look as Boris, grizzly-ish, like how he usually is. He got a shade. Usually he be kind of, musty, but real, wolfish.
I think he's saying.
Like he been in the woods.
I think he's saying I want attention by not wanting attention, which is these
he's
grayscale dry colors to say look at me.
He's doing his I'm in a new phase of my life era. I'm in a serious journalist.
Okay. Oh, journalist.
I'm just joking.
basically fakery is what this guy smells. He smells like fakery up and down the line.
It's a new role, okay?
It's penciled like fucking dweeb. Right
new role, new
rules. But Norm's either yo, he's Miami Vice out here, he's chilling.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, we're in California. Where's the beach?
I know.
Where the bitches at?
This fool got no shoes on right now, bro. He's rolling his feet on the rug and shit. But shut that fucking dog up, though. Yo, son.
He's chilling with PD. What's that? PBD Patrick.
Oh,
David
PBD.
Drink a pina coladas on the beach and all that.
Listen, no.
He's definitely not hanging out with Adam. He'd be like, he's a Zionist.
No, Norm. Listen, we're too old for this. Let's have a good day, okay, Norm? Let's have a good day, okay?
He might punch him
Hot
in
dogs on the beach,
face.
Norm. Come on. Hot dogs and ices on the beach, like it's Coney fucking Island. Let's hang out on the beach, Norm. Let's do it together in solidarity, okay, Norm?
Let's do it up.
We go to the Yankee game, huh? Want to go to the Yankee game? Let's go there. All right. Let's
He
keep.
looks like he lives in Florida. This is not. He does not look like Chicago or New York. I'm sorry. What is this?
He's in retirement. Okay, let him retire. Okay, listen. Last season, let him retire. Okay, let him do his thing.
That's fair. I mean, he is retired. He is from New York. He is Jewish. He belongs in Florida.
He's
just saying.
He's playing out his last season. Let him
It is what it is.
You know, let him face the sunset. All right. But all right, here we go. Here we go.
No, but that's definitely like a beach tan.
Oh yes.
Look at his nose.
The suit alone, white on white with a Hawaiian shirt underneath that.
White on white. It's crazy.
You know he's Miami beaching.
Not 1972.
He's Santa Barbara beaching right now. But all right, here we go. He's living it up, bro.
Well, I guess I do that with Bernie.
Jobs.
In some respects, with his opinion on Israel, where I think that, like, this is something that I've tried to describe.
I'm happy to engage, but for the moment, I have to get back to the Candace Owens
question.
Okay,
yeah, Candace Owens.
Because I want to clarify my opinion.
Did you say Candy?
I think
wait.
Candace Owens.
He said Candace.
I'm happy to engage.
Closed caption is like
for
Candy.
the moment, I have to get back.
What did he say?
Okay, yeah, Candace Owens.
Because I want to
said
clarify
Candace Owens, but the closed caption said Candy.
I think
which is hilarious.
I thought he said something with gay tweets or something. That's what I thought he said.
She's pretty much innocuous. She's not seen as a political figure or aspiring to political office. She's kind of a figure, you might say, like Oprah. Oprah.
No! Wait. Did you know that, Sebs? Sebs? Did you know he said that? Oh my god! All right.
You comparing her to Oprah? Really?
Just so people know, I called her a psychopathic Oprah, and now Norm is.
You did.
Norm,
you did.
You have a new #1 fan right now. I'm now your biggest fan, by the way, Norm. She's kind of like Oprah, kinda, but like psychopathic though.
I don't.
Without the color purple. She's Oprah without the color purple.
I don't think she's like Oprah.
No.
Yes, she is.
No. Analytical. Look at her, like her angle, like her PR angle. She's not like it's not Oprah. What is she aiming for? What is she trying to be?
That's a dish. Say that. She wants to
look
be
at her
Oprah,
show. Look at her style.
Even the way she signs her logo, the way that she signs it like Oprah.
She's aiming.
Yeah, she wants to be, but she's
for Oprah. For sure, she is.
She's not Oprah.
I'm not saying she's Oprah. I'm saying she's aiming for that shit, bro. She's trying her best to be that thing for like when at 5 o'clock when moms are done like making lunch for kids or wine spritzers, whatever the fuck, right? She's like, yo,
what's the word?
Make me the go-to.
Candace is
doing that
not
No, that's literally her audience. I see
She's
people reposting her shit on Instagram. Women saying, "Oh my god, look what Candace Owens spilled this week." Like it literally, people follow this shit. I'm telling you. Usually women.
Candace,
she got a fucking book club, bro. She does.
Yeah, but Candace is a little bit too like edgy. She's too edgy. Oprah wasn't edgy.
No. 2026.
She has an Asian and white woman base. I'm just saying, like dead ass. I'm just saying, and throw in some mixed girls. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Listen, if Oprah didn't start till now, he'd be doing this. He'd have an internet show, right?
Yeah.
And a fucking book club, internet book club, and then like boom that up to like other things. Straight up, she would.
I get that, but as far as
straight up,
like knowing how, like if you go back to the 90s, like how Oprah was doing certain shows, how she was doing like some of her shows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's no comparison. She's not the same. That's what my opinion.
I agree. No, I agree with that. It's just what Candace wants. Her desires.
That's the difference.
Are like, oh my god, give me the audience of.
But you see him
view that audience. Yeah, go.
I don't want to make it like a racial thing, but certain white people like him like to always compare black people. Like, oh yeah, he's like him, and he's like him. And I was like, no. I know she's black, and she may appeal to white people, but no, she's different. She's different because Oprah never downplayed black people. Candace do. So that's why I do not compare them the same.
You got it.
That's my opinion.
No, that's fair enough. But you got to think PR, as in like Candace. She did do that in words, blatantly in the past, right? But now,
and those
but
people
now
are
it's.
still her audience. All those white women who loved her when she was saying that shit still love her now. What are we talking about?
But she's also trying to gather black women too, right
Yeah,
now.
well, she's trying.
Like
That's why she
that
went on the
old shit is
Breakfast
now
Club.
gone. It's now PragerU in the past. It's Daily Wire in the past. Now it's like, I'm looking for everyone.
Well, she's got like the Maha moms, like the
exactly
kind of the crunchy.
Yep.
Who you talking about? Candace got the Maha moms. She got the Maha
She
moms.
got the Pilates crew. Like she's.
I thought MAGA don't like her. I thought MAGA don't like her.
The new MAGA of
the base that she already has.
They got a new MAGA. Hold on. They got a new MAGA.
Yes, they do.
No, I'm saying the one
They
she's
do.
always part of MAGA, and the base that she already like accumulated has been with her, and it's just grown from what I've seen. I know regular people who talk about her, like, oh, have you seen? Candace Owens is an interesting character.
Exactly.
It's like,
But I'll put it like this: more people love Oprah than they love Candace. Oprah is
by far.
adored character.
Oh, by far.
Candace got a lot of hate.
Yeah, but that's not the
why-
point. The
what
point
is
is the
Candace's
formula.
motive?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's more of like
yes,
a
it
template.
is.
You know what I mean?
Well, what is Candace's motive?
She's trying to
What's she
be.
doing?
She's trying to be like Oprah. That don't mean that she is like Oprah.
No, that's why I call it psychopathic Oprah off rip.
She's trying to be like Oprah.
But when it comes to like
Oprah's not that great
TV,
herself. I mean, she's got a psychopathic truth as
TV
well.
personality thing, Candace is trying to aim at that thing, and Oprah plays that role too.
She would never,
on a TV level thing. She does that, right? So it's like a
she wouldn't. But the way like Candace talks with certain like politics, Oprah will not go that far in politics.
Because she didn't need to, because that wasn't the thing that was selling at the time.
I'm telling you,
that's what I'm saying.
it's there.
What was going after was selling, like the shitting on black people on Fox News. Fuck yeah, that paid.
But Oprah never did that.
As a black person, like
and
duh.
I remember as a kid,
in my opinion, Oprah, if she was alive, like right now, and this is when she was
alive.
probably doing
Oprah
the
is
same
alive.
damn thing as Candace.
Oprah is alive. Oprah is alive.
I'm saying if she was the age, like that age, like if she was the same age as Candace.
Oprah was in
doing
Color
the same
Purple
thing and being
Oprah was in
successful,
Color
just
Purple.
like Candace doing it. So
Oprah was in Color Purple. I remember.
So that doesn't mean
Oprah doing
shit.
black
Who
movies.
directed that? Steven Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg? I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
I think he produced.
Okay.
I don't think he directed.
Whatever. The point is,
okay.
It doesn't just because
like I said, I never heard Oprah. I never heard Oprah downplay black people.
So?
Candace do. So that's why I don't compare the two.
Because that didn't sell at the time.
How? Because Candace, first of all, Candace is from Hartford, Connecticut. So she grew up upscale.
Yeah.
Who? She's from Connecticut.
I think she actually grew up in New York. I think
she's from Connecticut. Well, she left. No, she's from Connecticut. Maybe
she was born in New York. Or something else. Okay, fair enough.
She's from Connecticut. Oprah's from the slums in Chicago.
Okay.
She been through. She's seen crack, fiends, her parents. So she grew up in a whole different era than Candace. So that's why I said Oprah wouldn't at that time. She wouldn't talk like that. It's like downplay black people.
Because that's not what sold.
Because Oprah grew up a certain time. So you can't compare how Oprah grew up with how Candace grew up.
I think that Oprah, if she was in the times that we are in right now, in terms of like being successful,
but you can't say that because that never happened.
I would hope she wouldn't.
But I'm saying that's how I think it would be personally, because it is a successful model and it's very lucrative. And to me, that's what Candace seems to like. She cares about, just like Oprah, who cares about her money. So
it's a hypothetical. It never happened. Oprah grew up in the slums, poor. Candace
doesn't matter. She's still worried about her money. Right?
Candace would say she grew up poor. She would say that, I think.
Yeah,
She would
and
say that.
She says
She
her
would
grandpa
say
was
that.
I don't know her
sharecropper.
full. I don't know her full background, but she would say that for sure. I think.
Yeah.
But Oprah grew up, like I said, in the slums in Chicago, seeing
So
certain things. So
that
she
doesn't
has
give you
little.
credibility because you grew up in the slums of Chicago. So
No, she been around. She know, like in Chicago, they have more black pride than like a lot of other cities. So she believes in her black like struggle more than Candace do.
okay, but that also was the thing to do at the time in terms of like gathering people. Like I just because you're not going to do quote unquote anti-black stuff if it doesn't sell. Like
Also, Candace did do that. She did Black Pride too as a PR thing.
at the beginning, but then that didn't sell, right? So it's like then she went to the other
No.
When?
Candace was selling like, hey, this is like real. This is real Black Pride right
When?
here.
When?
She was doing that with the BLM shit and
Dude,
the
when she was
fucking
a liberal,
PragerU and the
when she hated
but
Trump.
even after that, even like
Oh,
PragerU and
man.
Daily Wire, she said, "Yo, this is like actual real Black Pride. I'm trying to save you from the plantation." Was her statements in that time period, right?
Yeah.
That was her words, at least. Not saying her mindset. I think she's out of her mind. I think she's a crazy person. But
She's still a psychopath.
those
yeah.
were her words, though. That was her aim. Like, yo, join me instead, which was a pull. Like, hey guys, come vote Republican. Was seemingly like her motive.
See right there,
Mm-hmm.
she can't have black pride talking about vote Republican.
But she's saying like, if she heard you say that, she'd be like, yeah, look at that. You guys are slaves to Democrats. See? She would say that.
See, I'm not a Democrat.
But she would say that anyways. Who's she appealing to when she says that?
Exactly.
Who's she appealing to when she says that?
She just making assumptions because, well, I'm black. Most all black people vote Democrat. No.
That's the way she would put it. Based on what
exactly.
I've seen.
I know black people assume that. Yeah. You know what they say, when you assume shit, you make an ass out of yourself.
But for me, it's just more of like, I think Candace is following a certain model that she seems to think is lucrative, just like Oprah probably followed a certain model where she thought would be lucrative. Even at the time, regardless of where she grew up. Like, it's still, like, she's a fucking empire.
Think of, like, Lance Armstrong.
I don't compare her to, just because she's black, I don't compare the two. My opinion.
Dude,
that's not why I'm comparing them. It's more of, like, the trajectory.
No, I'm talking about him. No, I'm talking about him. Him.
Who?
Most white guys, whoever this guy with the Miami Vice outfit, that's what they do. That's what they do. They like to compare, like, oh yeah, this guy's black, so I think she's like this. It's like, no, they're not. They two totally different.
But I mean,
they grew up in two
but
different
the reason why we were laughing at it was because
perspectives.
Jordan has been saying that she's psychopathic Oprah for like
for
a
while now.
And so that's why it was funny because it's like, oh look, he's actually making the same. Well, he didn't say psychopathic, but still,
it looks.
That's why. So it's like, if
She
Jordan's
probably
making the same,
she's probably trying
argument.
to achieve a certain success like Oprah. You know what I'm saying? I think
No, I
Wendy
think it's a
Williams was
model.
trying
I
to
think
do that
it's
too.
like,
I think Wendy
it's like
Williams
how
is
to get
trying to be
eyes.
successsul too, like Oprah.
Yeah,
because that's the model to look
I'd
up
agree
to.
with that.
How to get eyes and who you're targeting.
Because
Target audience.
No,
it's like certain boxers of this day today. They want to be like Floyd because he's 50. No, I want to be like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant because they black.
No,
Oh,
but
they
I'm
the top.
talking
I
about
wanna,
media entertainment, like actors.
yeah,
like,
they do that with black people. They always like to compare,
but I'm
but
not
everybody's
talking about that. I'm
different.
talking about just people in general in terms of like Candace Owens and Oprah and what the comparison is. Like, it doesn't even matter if they're white or black. Like, I don't know.
For Candace, it's not about
That's not what I'm
black.
talking about.
It's about like, look where you're at. I want to get there too. I think that's
They
like
do
Candace's
that, and
motive.
they do that in media. They do compare. Oh, this black person, they black, so they like this person.
But that's
or
not
they
what
like
we were
this.
talking about. I'm saying.
No, I'm talking
'cause if
about what
Norm came
he's
to
saying. That's what I'm talking about with him right there. But I'm talking about him.
I don't know what
Yeah, but the reason-
Norm's saying
talking-
yet. We haven't like fully played it
That's
yet.
what
So I
I'm
don't know what
talking
I don't know
about.
what he's
That's
saying.
what I'm-
to be honest with you, we just made a joke
That's
out of
what I'm
like,
talking about.
fair enough. But what I was laughing at, and like I've been saying that too. Like, bro, even like the signature thing of Candace, the signature, like, yeah, she's aiming for that like level of things. And if Oprah was white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the fuck,
it wouldn't matter.
She's
It's the
aiming
same
for that.
thing.
Yeah, she's aiming like she has some
Yeah.
sort of goals in mind. I think personally, like an ambition, kind of
definitely
a
ambitious.
crazy ambition, in my opinion.
Yes.
You want to be the new age Oprah? Okay, if you want to say that.
Well, it's the idea of it, of like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm in like your household at 5 o'clock every day, right? I'm in your fucking house
just-
every day.
Yeah,
That type of
the
shit.
same thing like they try to do with LeBron, but you will never be him. You will never be Mike. You try all you want to. Candace,
But that's not the
LeBron,
point,
you will
though.
never be them. But they try to compare. I'm talking about him. He tried to compare
But we don't
her
even know why he's saying it. So why assume
because
which way he's gonna
she's
go just because
black.
he's white and wearing a fucking
because
Miami Vice suit?
Yeah, I'm talking about him. Because a lot of them always say that. They're always trying to compare.
I think everybody does that. I don't think that's a white people thing. Sorry. I'm gonna call bullshit on that because I
agree to
think people
disagree. Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
I think everybody does that. It's not a white people thing.
Not really. Like who? Like who? Who they compare? Who they compare?
People
Like
compare people who remind them
like
of
who?
other people.
Example. Give me examples.
In general, in life.
Give me example.
Anybody, people at work. Oh, you remind me of this person, or you remind me of that person. That's normal. It's so
I get
ubiquitous.
that
I
too.
can't even
But
name a
everybody,
single thing because we all do it
most
all the
people,
time.
I know most
What?
people. I'm giving you an example. Most people compare me. Oh yeah, you like Chris Tucker from Smokey from Friday.
Shut the
right?
fuck up, bro.
What?
Dude, no, wait.
Yeah, like when they.
I've gotten that before.
Yeah.
If you saw me like in person, my looks, someone's like, "Yo, are you Chris Tucker?" I've heard that several times, like as a joke, and also, I'd like, "Yo, are you Chris Tucker?" Like,
I never,
yo, leave me alone.
I never got compared to Jim Carrey.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, why? Because
I swear to God, people call me Chris Tucker.
You're black.
Like, looking.
It's like,
Say what?
I never got compared to, I don't know, Lucy Liu. I'm not fucking Chinese. Like, what?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Japanese, and she's sexy as fuck. Watch her mouth.
Whatever.
Watch her mouth.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, she is very sexy, but I don't know. I think that people make comparisons I don't know. I think it can be vicious, but I think it could also just be innocent, like observational stuff. I don't think it's worth like getting upset about unless you actually know why the person's doing it. But because I have no idea. I don't even remember why Norm said that. I just remember him saying it.
I think we stopped it because I laughed so hard when I heard it.
Yeah.
We didn't get there. I started laughing so hard, I kind of stopped like in the middle of that. Like, wait a minute, Oprah? No fucking way. I started laughing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But let's Jesus Christ, we're here now. Okay. Also, once again, I've been called Chris Tucker. I have like giant eyes, I guess. Like, damn, Lee.
Hey man.
Damn,
hey
Lee.
man.
I get made fun of with that shit, bro. It is what
You
it
ain't
is.
got no job. What up, Big Bone?
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Like I've heard that too many times in my life, but it's funny though. I laugh at it. Well, let's hear where Norm's going. There we go.
Candy.
Politically, she's pretty much innocuous. She's not seen as a political figure or aspiring to political office. She's kind of a figure you might say like Oprah.
Yeah, okay,
Oprah appealed to white women, as does apparently Candace Owens, obviously coming from different directions. But I would say politically pretty innocuous. I don't believe that with the case of Tucker
Targeting
Carlson.
white moms across America.
A potential political problem.
Oh, that's a comparison? Okay.
Immediately having an impact in politics or running for office. I think even with Candace Owens, there's definitely a significant component there because she commands.
Sorry. I saw some shit on Twitter where they were like, yo, Candace is targeting wine moms was the words I think I heard. The wine moms. Like, yeah, this just. I'm sorry.
That's a new term. I heard that like a couple of months ago. Wine moms. After Renee Good got killed, that's when I started hearing that term.
All right. Well, the first time I heard it was that instance, and I laughed. I couldn't help it. I laughed. Not Renee Good. That's not funny at all. But
No, that's when after
I'm
that,
just
that's
saying.
when they kept saying the wine moms. They kept saying that. I was like, what the fuck is a wine mom? Now they making up anything. So, but they're gonna have what? Tequila fathers? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's making up anything,
like,
and
like
it's
I,
Can a bitch have
yeah,
some wine? Like, damn.
yeah. Like,
I was crying laughing. Like, yo, Candace out here
and
attracting
what is
all the wine moms. I'd fucking die laughing. I'm
what
like, yo, that's
what
funny.
does that mean though? A wine mom, someone who likes to drink, a mother who likes to
Yeah,
drink
moms who
wine.
drink
No,
wine.
it's
I
like
guess.
okay, she's
Coolers.
here's lunch for kids, go to school, come back. Here's just like dinner or lunch or some shit like that, right? Here's your meals. Okay, get away from me. Now it's me, it's mom, wine glass, Candace. That was like the idea, like the wine mom's chilling out, like it's mom time now. I'm chilling out. If I hear
So
you
you got
yelling,
soccer
bro,
moms, you got wine moms.
it's the moms
So
say,
what about
get
MAGA?
away from me.
So what about MAGA? They like little kids and boys and stuff. So what can they be called?
Those are like
Like if they
Bible moms. I don't know. What do we call them? I don't know.
like
For
if they
stereotypes,
want
I
to
don't fucking know.
if they want to stereotype people because they could be stereotyped too. Like I don't get all that when you want to start putting labels on people because it could go both ways.
Oh, I swear. Are you thinking is like black meaning like wine mom? No, they mean like soccer moms almost. Like the mom who's like, oh my god, these fucking kids. Guys, go outside. Leave me alone. My shows are on. My soaps are on. Leave me alone. It's Candace time, right? I'm watching my soap opera essentially. That's the stereotype that they're
Yeah,
going
wine
with.
mom's usually white.
Yeah.
Coded.
And that's what actually Norm was saying too. Actually,
So wine moms and soccer moms are two different.
no, it's like mom who's
It could
like
be together.
who's like cutting up oranges for football practice, mom, right? But on her time, it's like, yo,
She bringing out the bottle. I got you.
She's cutting up the oranges for her sangria.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
She's like, yo, leave the house, leave mom alone, go play outside. My shows are on. See you later.
Okay.
My programs.
I'm chilling out. And that means, like, in most part, what Norm said, and I think in general, is like, no offense, not trying to be like racist or stereotypical, but that's white moms doing that shit. That's white mommies doing that shit, bro. It is what it is. Based on like,
No, I'm just saying
Candace.
that stereotype. They like the men. It could be a stereotype for them too because they like to do certain things too.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But with Candace, it was like the mom, like the mom hour of murder mystery thing. The fucking ID channel was Candace doing like theories and conspiracies on like, does
Charlie
Macron's wife
Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, or does Macron's wife have a dick, or whatever the fuck
Oh
the
yeah, I
story
remember
is.
that.
It's like a murder mystery almost like thing happening, and that's why I called her Oprah. Of like you have like a book club going on. You're doing that shit. And
Well, you see, Oprah won't be talking about he's a man and it's a man. This
no, but
person's a
it's like
man and woman.
captivating TV. That's
I
the
get it.
point. That's what
I
Oprah
get it. I
is,
get it. I
right?
get it. I get it. I get that. But I'm talking about like the content. That's why I say they separate. The
All right,
content.
fair enough. Oh no, yeah, okay, agreed. Fair enough. Right. Candace can't have an interview with Dave Chappelle. She can't do that. Not happening.
There you go. Talking
It's not
about
happening.
what happened
Oprah
when you
can
went
do
to
that.
Africa.
Michael Jordan, right? She can't have a conversation with Michael Jordan on her. Candace can't have that. Can't do that. At best, Kanye West, I guess, is at best what she can do. But she's not doing like. But the idea is like more so like entangling minds that are like, oh my god, here's the most saucy fucking story of the day, and maybe make it that way. And Candace is doing that's her aim, I think personally. That's what I think she's doing.
Shock value. But you saying she's a shock value?
It's kind of shock value, but it's also like it's like shock value, but like also like, hey, this will linger for like 2-3 weeks, maybe more. Let's keep this story going. Let's add to the story. It's like a soap opera on its own, almost. Like we're entrenched in the story. So I got to show up tomorrow. Watch like the next episode of Candace Owens. That's where we're at, I think, with her, and thus I call her psychopathic Oprah. Straight up, personally. But all right, Let's I want to get this fucking video over with. I want to play Apex. Not gonna lie. Let's play the last parts of this video. Here we go.
Problem there.
I think it goes beyond immediately having an impact
And
in
my
politics
daddy
or running for
intellectual,
office. I think even with
Hasan
Candace
Piker.
Owens, there's definitely a significant component there because she commands the influence and attention of large swaths of the population. So I wasn't bringing up the Candace Owens thing to like try to lecture you or something, just so you understand. I just wanted to hear your perspective on your experience with Candace Owens. Because I think you should go on every platform. That's my policy.
The problem with Candace Owens is, you know the expression, you have to pick your battles.
Yeah.
There were many things that she said which I strongly disagreed with. And then you have to decide, unless I'm going to stop her at every point, when Crystal Ball paid Adam Smith, every 2 seconds. Let's take a pause here.
Yeah.
Because she disagreed with virtually every point he made. And she did it very effectively, I thought, extremely effectively. But at some point, it just doesn't work. Then it's like, why did you come on the show? If you're going to disagree with every single word this person says, then why did you even come on?
That's not. I wasn't even saying like you should go up there and disagree.
I was careful to, so to speak, pick my battles.
You did pick your battles when it came to defending the Bolsheviks. When she said that the Bolsheviks.
See, Hasan is angling politically, 100% in my opinion. At least he's angling because he can't just say like, yeah. Once again, based on words that this guy, I guess lives in. On the surface politically, he would have to give like some credence to Candace Owens, not for a righteous person, but for Hasan Piker, the character Hasan Piker. He would have to do that, and he's like struggling to do that, in my opinion, at least, and thus he has to like dance around PR wise. Be like, hey, my hero, Norm Finkelstein, but also Candace Owens, I have to dislike her. So thus he's dancing. He's tap dancing, essentially. It is what it is. All right, here we go.
So I was careful to, so to speak, pick my battles.
You did pick your battles when it came to defending the Bolsheviks. When she said that the Bolsheviks were exhibiting an anti-Christian bias.
Right. They killed 60 million Christians and then they pretended to be Holocaust survivors.
I like that was the line in the sand that you drew for Candace.
Awesome. Because then people would say that Normanism principle, that for his entire life, he has identified himself with a certain historic tradition.
I'm sorry, not in principle. Potentially, you could be, but I don't know that. But at the very least, ignorant, I think, Norm. Ignorant of the most important thing, in my opinion, at least, wisdom. Very ignorant. You're a man of the times, wearing a Miami Vice fucking outfit right now. Good for you, though.
He's definitely not the black guy in Miami Vice.
Listen, Norm's about to, play 18 holes at fucking Palm Beach or some shit like that. Whatever Florida has. All right, here we go.
Then people would say that Normanism principle, that for his entire life, he has identified himself with a certain historic tradition, and now that tradition is being dragged through the mud, and he just sits there nodding. And I wasn't about to do that.
That's Hasan.
I wasn't about to do that because that had to do with my personal integrity. That's the tradition I consider myself part of. But I didn't. I wasn't appalled.
You're not in my world, Norm. Sorry.
Look, yours is a different generation from mine. People think they have facts when they find it on the web. And if you spend too much time on the dark side of the web, you're going to find evidence for everything. And that's not the standard of evidence of my generation, that you found it somewhere on the dark side of the web.
He's out of shape, basically. Like, intellectually, like, out of shape. What a statement right there of, hey, the dark side of the web versus the, hey, if you're not, like, I guess, in the books that he's reading or some shit like that.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, apparently we're all ignorant because we haven't read his book or people he likes books, I guess, is the standard, which is dumb fuckery because this guy, no offense to him, once again, my personal opinion, when it comes to the idea of wisdom, he's so fucking far behind. He's in fucking kindergarten. So he's talking to fucking Hasan Piker with no questions for Hasan. Nothing for him. Instead, it's a platform for him to use instead of like, hey, who the fuck are you, man? Why am I talking to you, Hasan Piker?
Is he a liberal? What is he?
Maybe
Republican? What is he?
Maybe, I guess, on paper called left leaning. I guess I don't fucking know, man. I guess left leaning. His main topic, as far as people knowing about him, is definitely Israel Palestine, and his dislike for what Israel does.
He leans on Israel's side, right?
No. He dislikes. On paper, he dislikes.
Not Hasan Piker. No, not Hasan Piker. I'm talking about Miami Vice.
Yeah, him. Yeah. In fact, he's more of anti-Israel than Hasan Piker is. He is.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. On paper, right? I'm not a mind reader, but on paper, yes, he is more so against. He's banned from Israel. He's Jewish, right? He's banned from Israel.
Oh.
He's banned from going to Israel, basically. So as far as like a appeal to authority, he's banned from going to Israel. There's his credentials, I guess. And he's been doing that for forever. From my first time seeing this guy. And he's consistent, but like still kind of dumb rocks to me. But consistent. I'll give him that. But all right. That's why like Hasan's like quiet and just like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, good answer, yes sir. That's why Hasan's like that right now. He's like that because this guy's like his daddy in a way, like intellectually, like he's kind of his daddy. Which is why, once again, Hasan Piker's like a weakling. He's weak to me. He's a weak person to me. But it is what it is. I get it. Once again, I saw Norm Finkelstein like over a decade ago, probably like 15 years, probably. If I had to guess, maybe more than that. Where I first like saw this guy talk. I get it. I get why.
Hasan Piker?
No. Hasan's a baby to me. Miami Vice. Norm Finkelstein.
Okay.
I first saw this guy like 15 years ago, maybe? I don't fucking know. A while ago. Maybe more than that, actually. And I get why he has reverence for the political-minded people out there. Especially when it comes to Israel, Palestine, or Israel in general. I get why. Or Zionism in general. I get why they respect this guy. I get it. But still, once I grew up, I'm like, dude, you're a simple meal, man. You're fucking potatoes. Not even mashed. You're simple potatoes to me. No offense to him. I'm just saying, like, in the idea of wisdom, integrity, honor, morality, the most important things in my personal life, he is not some sort of king in that area. He's good at politics, at best. That's where I'm at. But either way, let's. I just want to end. I'm still recording, by the way. Let me fucking end this video, please. Here we go. Here we go.
My generation that you found it somewhere on the dark side of the web, and she thought that she had.
There's a dark web too,
which
is kind of crazy, but he's old. Forgive him.
And I just tried to be calm and rational and say, no, I don't believe there's evidence for these sorts of claims that you're making. Just as I don't believe.
I am.
Bro, I'm fucking hating my life on this shit, bro.
Israel killed John F. Kennedy.
Stupid ass game mode, man. I just hate it, man.
That Israel killed Abraham Lincoln. And just as I don't believe that.
Is that even a theory?
It will be.
Israel killed Abraham Lincoln. What the fuck is he talking about?
Wait, what? I was laughing at his
Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
That there's evidence
conspiracy
that
theories
Israel killed John F. Kennedy. just as I don't believe there's evidence that Israel killed Abraham Lincoln. And just as I don't believe that...
Was there Israel when Abraham Lincoln was alive?
Well,
what are you talking about? Okay.
if you conflate, just like Netanyahu does, like Bibi does, right? And you say like, okay, Israel means Jewish, then yes, you can make a theory out of that. But I think that's dumb fuckery. But when it comes to JFK and the idea of the nation state of Israel and the government apparatus, I think Norm is a fucking idiot. I think he's dismissing ideas that should be considered potentially. Just like 9/11, right? When it comes to like dancing Israelis, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should be considered. But Norm, just like Noam Chomsky, brushes them away and says like nothing here to say. Like, yo, all the crimes that you guys like report on, why not? From Israeli intelligence to U.S. intelligence to Saudi Arabian intelligence to all the fucking factors potentially. Why is that a non-starter of a conversation? That is ridiculous to me. And there's like no imagination. And I'm like, yo, listen, guy, go get your tan on the beach. Go enjoy Miami or Florida or L.A. or whatever the fuck. Go enjoy your nice suit. Go enjoy it. Because you're not actually like trying to question things or think about things or approach ideas, which means you're lacking wisdom because you don't do that. You're dismissing offhand because I've been studying this for 87 years. I've been studying this. So the fuck what? So what? Who the fuck are you? They're resting on their fucking high-profile names instead of like actual substance. And little P-boy, Hasan Piker is like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Thank you, daddy.
It looked like he's happy to be there with him. He must be a big name.
No, you're right. He is. And guess what? What's the audience doing? Probably following their fucking favorite guy. I assume Hasan here. I assume it's his audience.
Yeah, he's like I see him as a Nick Fuentes on the left.
According to some headlines, I've heard that before as well. He's like kind of like copying the look, kind of, but fuck that.
Well, he dressed better than Nick Fuentes. He did dress better.
Either way, it's more so the substance of Hasan Piker. It's like, yo, you're fucking lame, my man. You're actually a lame-o.
I heard I've had it with those two, that white lady, I forgot her name. I've had it. She got a show. I forgot her name.
Who's that?
There's some lady. She got a show called I've Had It. She be like dissing Trump and stuff.
I don't know. I've had it.
And he was on her show, and she was like, she's like, he's like a stud. Him, Piker.
Yo, pause.
In that left wing.
That's crazy.
I've heard people like do content, and they said that about him. He's a stud with the women in that left wing. That's why he's very popular.
All the females out there, if you're actually female, gay, whatever the fuck, if you're attracted to Hasan Piker because you think he's an intellectual, I'm calling right now, you're a fucking idiot. You got tricked. You got duped. You got played. It is what it is. You can live there if you want to, or use your own fucking brain if you want to. Make your choice. Do your thing. But this guy.
That's why he's always at those conventions. That's why he's always at one of those Democratic conventions and stuff like that.
All right, fair enough. But this guy's like blatantly an idiot. It's like he's actually stupid. Hasan Piker, he's actually a dumb fucking person. I mean, like prove, like I can like actually prove it through like clip, explanation. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's actually a dummy. And in fact, this interview is also like proving that too. I can like use this interview by itself. Here comes 80-year-old Norm Finkelstein saying certain things, and Hasan's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yup. Yes, daddy. Thank you, daddy. Good job." He's a fucking idiot. He's not worth it.
So he didn't challenge him on one bit.
Well, he's not a countercultural, deep thinker, punk rock, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's not that. He's a pretender, in my humble opinion. Pretender. He interviewed Bernie and AOC in a certain, well, more than that, but like in a certain video I'm talking about right now. He interviewed them, and he's like, no real questions. He's like, oh my God, Bernie, like, why are you so strong and handsome? That's your fucking question. AOC, why are you so like moral and beautiful? Those are your fucking questions? I thought you were punk rock, man. What happened? Where'd it go? Why aren't you like the person of our time period, the fucking thinker of our times? You're not. You're just dressing like it. You fucking loser. He's a loser, man. Like, forgive me. He's a fucking loser. I'm moving on.
Speaking about AOC, did you see that interview Emma had with AOC?
I did that bit.
It's Cortez. Oh, you did it earlier today? You talked about it earlier?
I did a video. I stopped it. I said, I'm not releasing this. I'm not. I can't do it.
I watched it. And I was waiting for, I'm surprised nobody brought up when she said Bernie or AOC could be a Nazi. That didn't come up at all.
Okay.
That didn't come up at all. I'm like, wow.
I'll be honest with you. I stopped like with like 20 minutes left, I think, is when I stopped.
Damn. That video is 56 minutes.
Yes.
You want to stop in 20 minutes? Shit.
No, I stopped. Okay, if it's 56, I stopped at like 36 then, because like I stopped like 20 minutes early because I couldn't. I just, this is trash. I couldn't keep. I was like, this is dog shit.
Yeah, she was. It was too much. It was too much of that shit.
Girl brunch, mimosas, and Chardonnay, having a good time at lunch or at brunch. I mean, but the video I will be doing is in the chat thing. If you can see that, Jesse dropped it of her talking to Glenn Greenwald from like 7 years ago. I think it was.
Who, Emma?
No. AOC and Glenn Greenwald. That is the video I will be doing, because that video I watched today, I'm just like, there's no substance here. Like, what the fuck are we doing? It's a fucking circle jerk. It's girlfriends at brunch. Oh my God. Did you see, like, dude, Brad was like trying so hard today. Oh my God. It was that. It's like, where's the substance at? What the fuck am I watching? I have it saved. I do have it saved, what we reacted to, but I'll keep it in the back drawer somewhere.
Okay.
Pause.
Okay.
But what I will be reacting to the video in the chat from Jesse. I will react to that, and I might troll with it too. But either way, okay. Fuck me. How much is left? Can't even see that. Mouse. 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes left. Okay. Fine. Here we go.
That Israel was the cause of the fall of the Roman Empire. I just think these things are a real stretch. No, you could say whatever you want. That's not, for me, the question. The question is, do I have to take seriously what you say? You're free to say it, but I'm not going to attach any significance to it. Tucker Carlson, among others. As I said, I think 70% of what Tucker Carlson says is true. But when he starts going,
I think you kind of do like it. You just don't like the bullshit.
It wants to make
what's that?
I think you do like politics. You don't like the bullshit in politics. Because you do like, because to me it's like, ideas back and forth, discussion. I think you like that, but you don't like the bullshit. It's like I said, you like, just like, like if you were artist, you like to make art, but you don't like the politics in making art. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably fair. That's probably fair to say. That makes sense to me. Like I the point of politics, like the actual healthy version of that makes sense to me. But what I see, like when I say like politics, I mean like these fucking celebrity assholes on camera every day. I think I don't
But
like what they're doing.
they
I don't
not
like it at all.
politicians. They not politicians. These
Some
two, right?
are, bro. Once again, what was it? AOC and fucking Emma, right? AOC is a fucking politician.
Well, AOC is a politician, somewhat ish, whatever. But yeah,
It ain't
AOC
ish,
is a
bro. She's
politician.
a fucking She's a queen's fucking representative, right?
Bronx.
She's a politician essentially. So like,
Bro.
good.
Yeah. She's a politician, but she's still how can I say? Still getting her feet wet.
Oh
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
no, I can't do that.
She's not seasoned. She's not seasoned. She's not seasoned.
I think she's trash as fuck, man. I really do believe that.
You
Listen.
said she's what, trash?
Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I accept that. But right now, when I hear AOC talk, I hear a fucking plastic doll. I don't hear a fucking person. I don't hear a fucking New York. I don't hear a New Yorker either. Like I hear a fucking plastic motherfucker talking out loud. Like I don't hear.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, good.
The first time I heard that initial AOC, because I try not to call her that. I try to call her Alexandria Cortez. That like, hold on, how she get an acronym? What the fuck? Who is this nigga? like, come on. Like, who else got an acronym?
I'm just trying to keep it short. It is what it is. I'm going with AOC.
No,
no, Alexandria.
No, but I'm saying no, I get it. But who has an acronym? Like, so they trying to put her up at a certain pedestal
other
and
than
stuff
the
like
shooter,
that.
It's AOC, I guess.
Yeah, and then like I said, I'm learning things about her, and like I seen a video she was doing where she was on top of a roof, like doing some type of modeling. And like, hold up,
wait,
what are you?
What's that?
You try?
What's
There's some shit she did. She did some shit like when she first like she just got out of college. There's a video of her like on the roof walking bare feet, modeling, and like what the heck?
The dance thingy, the dance thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, what is this? What is this?
Dude, I wish you were here earlier because I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm not, but my friend James is. He's a Yankee fan, and he saw her. You
talking about baseball? You talking about baseball, or you just
baseball.
talking about New York?
No, baseball.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yo, she's from Queens, or sorry, she's from the Bronx, right?"
Yeah.
And she's wearing
she's
wearing a Boston fucking t-shirt thing, bro. He was like, "Yeah."
Because she went to.
He's like, "Yo, what is
she
that?"
went to school. She went to school in Boston,
Yes,
some university, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so.
But that was fun. That's just funny. It wasn't like a real critique. It's more so funny. It's like, yo, you're wearing Boston shirts. You're from the Bronx. Yo.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
How dare you do that? He was pissed.
That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
That's funny. That was funny. But actually, she is fucking beautiful. I won't lie. AOC,
slow down, bro.
AOC is
Don't get caught.
AOC is fucking.
Don't get caught.
No, I don't care. She's
get caught in the web.
She's beautiful.
That's how you get caught when you talk about how she looks. Fuck her look. You talk about her policies. You gotta look past that.
I accept my caughtness. He's fucking beautiful.
Well, I'm from New York. I see AOCs all day. They ain't nothing for me. I'm from New York. I see AOCs all day.
Fair enough. Listen, I watched the video. Emma's fucking beautiful too, man. Good. Listen, it ain't their looks; it's their fucking words. It is what it is.
To me, like beautiful. When I see women that's beautiful, okay. I'm wait till you start speaking. That's me. I've got to a certain age. I want to hear what you say.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
That's fair enough.
That's me. Because don't get caught with them looks. Because as you get older, you gotta listen. Like, let me hear what you got to say. Oh, you crazy bitch.
All right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. All right, for real. Let me get this fucking video. I want to end this thing. We're at like 3 hours and 40 something fucking minutes on this recording. Let's play.
I'm done.
Here we go.
Enter into a partnership with India.
Watch your mouth.
I just raised my eyes, like eyebrows. Where did that come from? Or when he insinuates that Israel was involved in the Kennedy assassination. Well, no. Then I think you've gone off the rails.
Well, it's the scapegoating, right? I think.
Actually, never mind in here. He's going into norm shit. He's doing his shit, man. It is what it is. I'm done. I'm ending it here. YouTube, there's your
Okay.
video. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Like there's points to be made here. Listen, Norman, he's been in this thing for so long. Pause. He's been in this thing for so long. He has points that like make sense to me, and I don't think he's like some liar at all. I'm not there yet. Maybe he is, but I'm not there yet. I think he's just like a kind of boomer like, just like kind of like spouting shit with the what was he saying, the woke stuff or whatever the fuck he's saying. Like it's you're out of touch shit. Basically, is what he's saying there. In my opinion, at least. But that doesn't mean he's like a bad person. Like he's not trying to fuck you up or trying to like fuck with your head. To be fair to him, so I'm not going there, but he's definitely out of touch. I think he's lacking. And Hasan, to me, was never no reverence for him. For me personally, you can have that as an audience member. Like, oh, I like Hasan. I like his takes. I like his videos. Fair enough. Do your thing. But for me personally, I have nothing for this guy. No offense to him. I view him as like a fucking dweeb, personally. But it is what it is. Say your opinion in the comment section. Please don't forget to share, support. Hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. They are charities. If you want to donate or share the stories, please go ahead. If you want to join the Discord, that will also be linked. We are in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome, so please join up if you feel like. And yes, everything I showed you will be linked in that same description box. Look at it on your own and study and rabbit hole and think about ideas and stories. Please do so. Most importantly, with all that said, give this video a thumbs down for some reason.
Say you wanna get in, and then you wanna get out. When you get the money to buy yourself a car.